welcome everybody to a brand new stream that definitely did not just start out with some technical difficulties, which, oh boy, I have been having over the last 2 days again. The gaming PC decided to crash once every like 2 missions or so. So yeah, I've been trying to figure that out, and then we started this stream and I was like, man, you know, it's gonna be a good stream. It's gonna be a good stream. I can feel it in my bones. And then all of a sudden, you know, sound decides to just die on me. But we got that fixed. Welcome everyone to a brand new stream. Welcome to a brand new week and a brand new month, because it is indeed the month of September. We're getting towards the end of the year, which is really, really strange because I feel like this year has only just begun. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Today though, we are here with Black Myth Wukong. We're here to continue on with the monkey story, with the Souls-like Black Myth Wukong game. I don't know how to describe it otherwise. I mean, like we've played it 2 times, not last week but a week before. I wanted to play just a little bit more, but basically I've been a little bit strapped for time. Let's put it that way. We do have some new things, some good things, and some of those good things include we have a brand new clips channel, or basically I've turned the streams channel into the clips channel right now. So if you want to see parts of the stream and don't want to see the entire stream, you want to see those parts a little bit edited down, well, there we have some clips over there. I don't know how well it's going to go, but I figured it would be a fun way to reutilize that channel, because basically I started out my my stream channel back in 2020 because I wanted to store the streams that I had made around that time. Basically, I started streaming in 2016, and when I started streaming in 2016, I just streamed and the streams would be gone, and I thought that was such a waste. Because basically, we'd be having these insane cool moments around like 4-hour streams, 8-hour streams, 1-hour stream, 30-minute streams. Sometimes there'd be streams where I just like turn on the camera and be like, yeah, I don't feel like this at all, and I would just turn it off. But luckily, those streams for me were forgotten. But even the great streams, they would also be forgotten. So I figured I want to save them, and since I was only streaming to Twitch, I would just export them to YouTube. They'd be on that channel. I didn't really care about that channel to grow or whatever. It was like, let me just throw the streams on there so I can watch them back later. And if you want to watch them back later, that'd be great too. But now I'm able to stream to 2 platforms. And since I'm able to stream to YouTube, YouTube actually saves streams forever. And they're actually quite easily findable. Like maybe a little bit too easily findable, because I don't know, man. Basically, YouTube streams always show up as videos. And on the one hand, I feel YouTube can do so much better to show off streams on their platform, because I don't know what streams are live at this point in time on YouTube. I don't see an entire like live dashboard or whatever of all the live streams that are going on the same way you see that with Twitch. But at the same time, if I schedule in my streams, I don't necessarily want them to be shown off in the same way as videos, because these things are just kind of loosey-goosey. They're just kind of fun, you know, right? It's not an entire video's worth, and I can imagine if people subscribe to my channel to watch some high-quality videos, maybe they're not too interested in watching me just goof around on my stream, you know? But then that's just shown from the highlight and center. So that is a little bit the duality of YouTube. Sometimes they don't show streams, sometimes they do really show streams. But anyway, since I've started streaming on YouTube, one thing that's happened is that basically YouTube is now saving the streams on my channel as well. And all these streams are saved perfectly fine. And they're very, very visible. So I've still been uploading my streams to the stream channel. However, I was wondering, like, does this even really make sense to me? Does it really make sense for me to be uploading these streams that you can also find somewhere else on YouTube on a channel that's connected to that channel where they're uploading? And it's like, I don't think it does. I don't think it does. So what I decided to do is I'm going to turn the stream channel into a clips channel, because it was kind of a duplicate channel now anyways. And with these clips, hopefully we'll be able to more easily go back to moments in the stream. Which sounds, again, like it's a little bit double, right? Because, like, basically back in the day, like, I would make these videos on the gaming channel, the Postma 1 channel right here. I would make them from the stream as well, and I'm still doing that. However, these things aren't necessarily like highlight clips or whatever. It's basically, if I'm playing for a game, I'll cut that down into like a separate video, but that will take some time. And that will be more of a video where hopefully by the end you won't know it was a stream. Whereas with the highlight clips, I really want to make the stream feel come alive, and I can throw whatever I want. I can throw literally whatever I want in these clips, because honestly, just like that channel where I threw up all the streams, I don't really care. So yeah, this right here will probably also be a clip. This right here will be a clip probably explaining as to what's going on with the channel. So hey YouTube, how's it going? Hope you guys are doing okay. But yeah, basically that is the plan going forward. that's the plan of what I'm going to be doing with the clips. I hope they'll be fun to watch. I'm going to try and find my groove a little bit as to what is fun to clip or what isn't fun to clip, how much time I'm going to spend editing. I'm intending not to really put audio on them right now because so far, I mean, I've been having some audio issues with Twitch lately, and I'm still trying to figure out what would be a good playlist from Epidemic Music or whatever to put under my streams. But because of that, I didn't really want to go for the hassle of putting an audio underneath it, and honestly, I think that the videos are quite okay without them. So, if you guys really want music under your videos right now, let me know, and maybe I'll look into it, or maybe I don't. Who knows? That said, it's time to go back to Black Myth Wukong, and it's also time to go back to Fame, who says, also, Ut und Leer das Meer is also a song, but it's named after a line in German opera. The character starts to hallucinate before their death, and they see an ocean. And they try to find the ship of their lover, but they can't see anything. And they utter the words Ut und leer das Meer. Empty and desolate is the sea. Also, for some reason, I decided to make these two titles my arrival words. Well, I think they're very fitting. I don't know. It's something that, you know, you always come into the stream with some very, very interesting things that I would not necessarily, what would I call it? I would not necessarily come around to in my daily life, and then it's a very interesting topic for conversation, so I really, really do appreciate it. Also, how's it going, Theme on YouTube? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. But yeah, no, I really appreciate it. And one thing that I really, really like about German and Dutch is that you have these weird, interesting things where Meer in Dutch is lake, and then Meer in German is sea. Like, these languages sound very similar, but then again, they're also different. Where also sea in German is lake, which is Meer of up. So we swapped around the two words. I don't know why we did that. I don't know what happened there. It's really, really interesting and strange, but I love that about languages. Like, that kind of makes it cool. So yeah. Anyway, I think it's time to go and raise the green screen right now, because it's time to go and play that bloody game. Because it's been way too long since I played that bloody game. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Ugh. Alright. Let us go and do this. Just those tiny differences. Yeah, those are the only two ever recorded differences between German and Dutch. I'm trying to figure out what this is. Oh, this is my microphone. Trying to figure out what's going on. So yeah. Let's see, YouTube is complaining. YouTube says it's not getting enough video to maintain a smooth experience. I'm kind of wondering, Athene, you're watching on YouTube right now. Does YouTube seem smooth to you? Does it seem good to you? Also, I'm going to switch the song right now because it's a little bit too excited. This is what I've already heard. There we go. Athene says, aha, it's like the Haas and Konijn being switched in Afrikaans. Yeah, you did spell konijn correctly. As konijn is that, like, Haas is hare and konijn is rabbit for us. So YouTube is lying. Okay, good. then I'm not gonna let it suffer. I'm not gonna let it impact the stream anymore. So yeah, let me go and get this started, boys. Let's go get this started. Where do we want to go? Yeah, Black Myth Wukong. Boom. So yeah, like what was the other thing? Like, you have it with English and Dutch. You also have an interesting one, which is like the acorn and the squirrel. So we say acorn, which is the squirrel, and in English you say acorn, which is like the nut that the rabbit that the squirrel eats. So, but that one is a little bit different, where it's like those things just kind of sound the same. With the sea and the mirror, that's like literally the same word basically, but then for some reason swept around. I don't know why. I do not know why. Right. With that though, it is time for us to get started with this game. Turning off the music here. Did I do that correctly? I don't know if I did that correctly. There we go, I did that correctly. Perfect. All right. Man, it's been such a while since I played this game. I really wanted to play this game a little bit more, but there's been a couple of things that came in the way. Here we go. Now we're at the temple. Fantastic. We're gonna go and rest up a little bit because we're a little bit hurt. Oh shit! Right. Let me just go and put that away. too many things around here. All right, let me rest up. There's a couple of things that got in the way. And one of those was technical difficulties. So let me actually go back a little bit, maybe see if I can train a little bit before we get started. Just want to get the feel back because it's been about a week since I played this last. Also, I forgot one thing, which is that I think that what I want to do is I want to move myself around to about there. Lower myself just a tiny little bit. Let me go and do a little attack. There we go. Right, so then let me go and fix this to be the standard camera setting. Close. Perfect. All right, good. So yeah, let's go for a little bit of a practice round before we get started. And I'll be able to get a little bit of a feel for what's going on with this game. We'll be able to remember back as to what we did, and then we'll see how the rest of this game is gonna go. So yeah, last time I played this was about a week and a half ago on, I think, Friday. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get to it the last week, and yeah, also not last weekend. I've had 2 days where this computer right here would just randomly crash out of games. It will be literally any game. It would be Warframe, it would be Apex Legends, it would be Age of Empires 2. I didn't really have it. Oh my god, that's the old man! I didn't really have it with this game yet, but I also didn't really play this all that much because I kind of wanted to save it for everyone like else during the stream. Like I wouldn't really want to get ahead with this game because then we're missing quite a bit. So that was something that hindered the creation of streams quite a bit. Turns out it was XMP. Basically, XMP is a memory profile on watch out. On your computer that makes your memory speeds go faster or slower. Actually, like, it kind of like boosts your memory speeds. And I think that like the XMP profile that I've just put on was this one that was in the BIOS. I was like, click on XMP, let's go. And ever since I turned it off, I've not had any issues. So I believe that was just causing some problems. I don't know why exactly, but hey, it's fixed now. And I'm glad to have a stable system again. Also, you are really annoying. Woo! Perfect. So, that was basically that. Deathmatch warm-up. That's definitely the case. That is definitely the case. I do really kind of want to warm up before I get into the groove again because, man, this game is very much about learning your patterns, learning your feelings, about like how to fight. And I'm gonna need that. I'm definitely gonna need that. So, if you're wondering about what this game is about, if you've never seen this game before, this right here is Black Myth Wukong. We're playing as a monkey. We're literally playing as a monkey. He has no name. Oh yes, this is the guy I was looking for. This guy is literally a one-shotter. If he hits me, I'm dead. But I can also hit him. Oh shoot, that was close. Oh man. So this guy right here is like one of the guys that will sometimes pop up if you try to get some plants, and then he might kill you. But he didn't. He didn't! Because I was better. And I barely got I only got a little bit of damage. Oh no, I got poisoned. I got poisoned. Look at that, look at the green, look at the green. I'm slowly dying. I'm slowly dying. Let me see if I can drink some health back, and that does not fix it. Okay, shoot. I'm gonna have to find a save point. His name is Monkey Lana says. Okay, after that, yeah, I mean, if you confirm that as well, the only name that I found right here is, what is it called? It is like the chosen one, basically. It's not entirely the chosen one, but it is the chosen one. So he doesn't really have a name other than the chosen one. The chosen one sounds too cheesy, so like I think monkey fits his best. And we're here to follow in the footsteps of our monkey god, Son Wukong, and like the goal is to defeat all the enemies out here around the temple, and then move forward and defeat even more enemies, and maybe by that time we will have collected the 6 relics, or as I like to call them, the 7 Dragon Balls. And then once we have them, then we'll be able to make a wish to the dragon, or like we'll be able to get Son Wukong back, maybe, hopefully, basically. It's just a very simple, straightforward story about, oh man, you gotta go on an adventure and beat a whole bunch of enemies right here. And that's basically what we're doing. So, we have a couple of attacks. We have our light attacks right here, which you saw me do quite a bit. You have your heavy attack, which you can charge up, and then once you've charged it up, you can go hit your enemies with them. And it's very much a game about like watching the opponent's patterns and having your own patterns. You have a couple of abilities, and with that, you have to find your way to puzzle out through the battles, which necessarily don't really have to become. They're not necessarily like Warframe battles or what's it called, like Apex battles, stuff where your abilities really influence the way of the fight, or you can really power yourself up. Like for instance, Horizon Forbidden West, Horizon Zero Dawn. If you go through there, you level up, you can just one-shot all these enemies. Here you do get a little bit stronger, but it's mostly just about like what do you learn about fighting your enemies? How do you approach them? These two right here, they're fighting together, so you're going to have to learn one out. Because if you have them both attacking at the same time, you're going to have a bad time. But then if you charge up your heavy attack, you can kind of one-shot that one. I think I heard that one before as well, so we're going to go and hit him there. Take him out. There we go. Perfect. Lana says hey, he only gets a name after defeating the last boss. Oh, shoot. I did not know that. Also, I'm going to keep that quiet because I don't know what's going to happen further on in this game. But I assume you've already beaten it. Have you? How do you like the game? Let me go and get past this guy right here. And there we go. Down. Boom. The Chosen One. So mayhaps Michelle is the name. Oh my god. If I was the Chosen One, I don't believe I've ever been the Chosen One. Because, you know, the Chosen Ones are supposed to be, are supposed to have it easy. They're supposed to be, oh my god, what's it called? They're supposed to be the hero of the story. I'll probably be the villain, man. I'll probably just be the villain of the story. Right, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to go and... I feel a little bit mischievous. I feel like I'm going to try something. Oh, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. I feel like I'm a little bit lucky. I feel like I'm going to go and try and do something that I couldn't do before. Last stream I spent 2 hours trying to defeat this guy. And I could not. Apparently because this is a boss that you're not supposed to beat just yet. But screw it. This right here is a warm-up for the temple. I'm gonna try! I'm gonna try. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait until he gets there, because then he's a little bit more in enclosed space. Also, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go transform, and I hit him with my transform right away. And then after that, I'm gonna freeze him. I'm gonna have to watch out for his abilities. We're gonna give this 2 or 3 tries, and if it doesn't work out, we're gonna go to the temple. I'm not gonna spend 2 hours on it again. But if it does work, then that will be great. There we go. Oh shit. I bugged out! Where am I? Holy fucking shit, I'm gone! I'm gone! Look at this! I don't exist! Did you see that? I was just gone all of a sudden. Oh shoot. Oh shit, this is bad. This is bad. Watch out, watch out, watch out. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit too focused right now to really be delivering good commentary. I was so surprised that I was all of a sudden gone. I was like hoping maybe this is like a glitch or something, and I'm dead. Okay, so what went wrong there? The first thing that went wrong is I canceled my transformation. The second thing that went wrong is I disappeared, and I was like, oh shoot, I don't know what to do right now. Afim says, I do like that freezing ability quite a bit. I assume it's a time manipulation ability? You're chosen by some. I'll write you into the prophecies of my court, and the jury will vote your ease. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Right, so, 2 more tries. 2 more tries, and then we're going to go forward with that. Full back, full back, full back. I didn't really split them up as I'd hoped to. Now I've split them up. That one's down. Next one's coming. Down. Alright. Okay. 2 more tries, and then we're gonna go out. We're gonna go and fight at the temple. But man, you know, it just doesn't sit right with me. It does not sit right with me if I cannot take this guy down. Like I just want to be able to. Like how hard can it be? Frick, he hit me. I can't really have this. I can't really be losing health here now, can I? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Heavy attacks. All right, I've lost it. Heavy attack. Ah, shoot. I did not see that coming in time. Whoa! I really did not see that coming in time. All right, one more time. This is way harder. Again, this is just way harder than I thought it was. I thought maybe if I come back with a fresh mind, maybe I'll be all right to do it. But you just see how fast that goes, man. You see just how fast that goes. Let me check real quickly as to what my build is. But I don't know if I can do it. Let's see, self-defense. Let's see what my build is right here. I have a lot of stamina, so we can where we can easily dodge and sprint. We can dodge quite easily. We can sprint faster. We no longer interrupt the light combo right here, so that's good. So then basically what do we have right here? Each time we have the increased health recovery upon consuming a focus point. So basically the more big attacks that we do, we should be getting some health back. And then we have performing a heavy attack during light attack combo with a focus point consumes allows the destined one to execute a resolute strike. We have performing a light attack upon seeing through the enemy's performing light attack upon seeing the enemy initiates a light attack combo from the third move. And then we have after a successful hit with resolute strike, performing another heavy attack consumes a focus point, executing Skyfall strike. So basically we have a lot of dodging, light attacks and heavy attacks, and then we have immobilized, stronger, and then hitting them with light attacks during the heavy attack. We should be able to get through this. Maybe grind levels first. Yeah, I think I should just move on. That's why I said like it's 3 tries. This is the third try. Like last time I spent 2 hours on this, and I was like, man, you know, I kind of really want to get this done. I was feeling a little bit lucky there. I don't think this is gonna happen. We're just gonna go to the temple in a moment, but first, you know, like, I just want to try. Because I leveled up a little bit in the in the background while I was like trying to figure out whether the computer was gonna be able to handle this stream. And as I did that, you know, I was like, well, maybe, you know, last time was level 13, now I'm level 16, level 17. This is gonna work. Where should it work? All right, what should we summon Fawns into? What do we have here? We have each talent slightly increases the might recovery speed. Each talent level slightly increases the might decay, reduces the might decay while transformed. Right. I think the might recovery would be nice, like getting that back faster, because that means that we can get faster. Faster we can back. That means that we can get quicker our transformation back. Right. So let's go. Let's go. Come on. Do your heavy. Speed through him. Shit. Oh shit, come on. There we go, gotta do some light attacks to make that extend longer. There we go, we got this. Come on! Axe. Alright, I'm alive. I don't know how I'm alive, but I am alive. Come on. Okay, right now I'm really focused, but I think it's sort of working as long as I can stay away from his attacks. Come on, do your heavy! No! Oh, I got so close. But that's the third try. It's not gonna happen. It is not gonna happen today. Dang it! We got over half. I think there were two problems right there that I could already notice while I was going through it. Number one, I didn't have my lock on from the start, which made me lose a couple of attacks in transform form. Secondly, I didn't dodge as much with my transform form, so I could have held that just a little bit longer. And then, yeah, I got hit by a couple of attacks. Its attack patterns are just kind of like rough to get into, but yeah. Still though, I got further than I did before, which I'm really happy with. And now just to get to the temple battle, which isn't a fun though. I'm really afraid that guy, like, I put him in the fun, they'll be like, oh man, this guy's gonna be like crazy strong. Maybe he won't be crazy strong because like I'm already used to this guy, but let's not get ahead of ourselves too much. Let's not assume that this is gonna be a walk in the park. Because this thing also wasn't. And then we will get back to you. We will get back to you by the time that we are stronger and we can take you on. In the meantime, though, I'm just gonna run. I'm just gonna run. I know you've seen me and you're trying to attack me, but I'm just gonna run, and hopefully you will not be able to follow me. Unless you follow me, he might... Nope, he doesn't follow me. But maybe he's gonna get stuck in the gate. But yeah. It is unfortunate, though, that one thing I've learned is that we're not gonna get any ranged attacks on here. I think if you're gonna get ranged attacks in this game, you're just gonna be quite OP because you can just stay away from the attacks and just hit him from afar. But that's not gonna happen, unfortunately. So Afim says, blindfold yourself. Just feel the earth. I don't think I can do a blindfolded gameplay session because I have seen people try and do blindfolds. And from what I've seen is that even people who try to cheat with blindfolds still have kind of a rough time. And it's really, really tough because, you know, like you're relying on the game's sound design to guide you. And even if you have perfect sound design, just start trying to walk around blindfolded in real life or swim around or whatever. It's really, really hard to maintain a straight line because we're not really used to walking around or doing things blindfolded. A female also says, since this is based on Chinese mythology, should I use Chinese instead of Japanese? And you can desperately attempt to find a meaning in these two rather different languages. Or are you using a mouse and keyboard and or controller, if I may ask? So, I mean, you can put whatever in the chat, what you want. I have no experience with Chinese, however, so I will not be able to to read that. With Japanese, the advantage that I have is that I know, like, 2% of the kanji, and I'll be able to read like any hiragana or katakana that you have in between there, which might allow me to understand what you're saying a little bit. So yeah. Also, I am using a controller because this game is very much recommends you to use controller. So that is also what I'm doing. All right, temple time it is though. It is time for the Battle of the Temple. We have spent an hour and a half trying to beat the last mini-boss. After that, we spent a whole bunch of time trying to and failing to beat the old man over there. Now though, we're all leveled up from trying to defeat the old man. How will this guy in the temple be like? Because this old man, like not the old man that we try to beat, but the old man that's trying to help us. I know there's a lot of old men in this game. Even our like sensei is an old man monkey. Everyone here except for us is an old man. What's up with old man in this game? Anyway, one thing that we're going to be doing right now is we're going to go and try and defeat this guy. The old man that helps us, the helpful old man, said, this is going to be a really tough one. You can't back down from this. So let's see how it's going to go. Show us the controller, Lana says. Oh, you want to see the controller? Right, look. It's a controller. Reveal the goods. It's a very simple controller. It is the PlayStation controller because this right here is a PlayStation game. So yeah, it is. It's gonna be what it is. I do have it. Like I think Steam might allow me to change this right now into color, but I don't care. It's not like I'm sitting like this all the time. Like God, I kind of think wouldn't it be fun to do some sort of April Fool stream where you're just gonna like overdo like the entire like stream, the normal generic one. Yeah, like why would I have like. What kind of different controller should I have other than this one? This one came with my PlayStation. I'm a simple man. There comes a controller with my PlayStation. I use it. Unless there's like some crazy... I mean, like, I could use a crazy... We need to sponsor you with a better controller. Listen, if you have a good controller for me, I'd be happy to try it out. Like, the craziest controller that I have ever tried out is this one. This right here is a Steam controller. But I tell you... I ain't about to play this game with the Steam controller. Because if you ever use the Steam controller, you know that this controller is great for watching like movies and stuff. Like if you want to have if you want to control the computer from afar, this thing is great. But if you want to play a game like this one with it, good luck, because this right here is your is one of your joysticks, and that's so much different than playing with this. But yeah, that is that. But then again, like if you do have a custom controller that you want me to try out, I'm happy to try out any type of weird controller. Sorry, I thought all streamers use the Pro controller to stream. Pro controller. Now you're talking about something interesting. I'm gonna go and look that up. Let's see. Let's go take a look. PlayStation Pro controller. Which Pro controller are we looking at? The Switch Pro controller. Bro, that'd be wild. That'd be wild. Oh no. That'd be wild if this right here was my if this right here was my controller. Or the what is this? The Pro controller for the Pro controller U for Wii U? Yo, is this real? Is this real? This is on Walmart. Is this a real controller? Is this a legit Nintendo? No way. This cannot be a legitimate Nintendo controller. It says brand Nintendo. It's on Walmart.com. This is literally as though someone made like a mock-up of what a new Nintendo controller would look like, and then made the worst possible version of this. What is this? This amalgamation. This is literally someone was like, hey, what if Nintendo made a controller that wasn't a Wii controller? Oh, you know what it would be like? You know what it would be like? It would just be the Super Nintendo controller, but then on a normal, on like an Xbox controller. This cannot be real. This cannot be an official Nintendo product. I gotta go find one. I gotta go find one. If we can play with one of these, I'll play with one of these for the rest of my streams. This is wild. No way. But yeah, I don't assume that's the Pro controller you were talking about. Which Pro controller are you talking about? Is it like an Xbox Pro controller or like the? Let's see. Xbox or PlayStation? Whoa, the Thrustmaster. I didn't know there were so many crazy controllers around here. The Thrustmaster eSwap X Pro controller. Yo, this again is also a Walmart one. Why does Walmart have these crazy ass controllers around here? Man, that is wild. That is wild. Or you mean the PS5 controller? This one? Yeah, that just comes with the PS5. I don't have a PS5 yet because you know they've been out of stock for years, and they might be in stock now. But ever since then, I've kind of stopped console gaming, and now I'm on PC. So, oh, that is crazy. Anyway, that was a cool tangent. Time to get back to the game though. But yeah, no, that is wild, bro. I gotta find some of these weird, wacky controllers. That could be a fun video series, and I'd be happy to try them on stream as well. But yeah, anyway, let us get going to the temple battle. I did a whole spiel just now about how the temple battle now is important. If you want to see that, go back to just a second ago. Never mind that my water bottle was in the picture, but you know we're gonna go take on this temple boss. Let's go, temple boss. I've never seen you before. There you are. Whoa, you are eager to go. Oh, he's quick though. He is very, very quick. But I'm quick too. There we go. Let's give him a little bit of... Let's make this take longer. Alright, so far we've not been hit just yet. Even though I've not had the greatest time in trying to hit him. He is very, very evasive. Those are my first observations right now. I did not expect that, but... Bro, I did not get hurt! How did I not get hit by that? Okay, now it's the first time I got hit. That's very respectable. I've got half his health down. Oh, I thought I would never hit that. Yo, this is wild. What is going on? What is happening? Why is he almost down and I have full health right now? This is the craziest game I've ever had. Where this fighting the old man give me so much information that right now I'm able to properly fight. Have I been properly trained now? I don't dare to say that because I feel like the moment that I want to believe that I'm going to be strong, that I am going to screw this up entirely. But hey, you know, sometimes you have to believe. Sometimes you have to believe, though it does take me quite a while for me to get my abilities back. Does that just mean that the last battle went on for so long? That it was like, that felt like a short while. Bro, I almost have him. One try! One try! One try! The unbeatable freaking Temple Wolf. One try.
Now that it's dead, you might as well take a good look around. A great pill the Black-Wind Guai gifted the wolf. Finding it would be a deserving reward for that fight.
It is a deserving reward for that fight. I don't know what you said, but I deserve that reward for that fight. Boy, did you see that fight? Did you fucking see that fight? Holy shit, that is wild. That is freaking what I was not expecting that. I was like, well, I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna go slowly learn what is gonna be happening here. I'm gonna slowly learn his things. Man, that just goes to show the difference between the required mini bosses and the optional mini bosses. Because that old man, I was getting nowhere there, and here, I just beat him first try. I beat him freaking first try. Man, that is crazy. That is crazy. If it wasn't, seriously, if it wasn't for me just trying the old man and dying 3 times, I would have gone back and tried him again. But I don't think that that's gonna happen. Now, let us go and find what this old man said. The helpful old man, not the old man that we have to beat. Let us go and find what he said that we have to find around here. Because he said there was something around here that could help us. That would be a little bit of a, what would you call it? A deserving reward if we looked around. Now, I don't think it's going to be hidden too well. I think it's going to be somewhere around. Is it this chest? Please have more than 5 gold coins. Please have more than 5 gold coins. What did I tell you? Why did they hold 5 tiny pieces of gold inside one of these, like, big chests? They're so inefficient with their space. Then again, he was a big wolf that didn't really know how to fight me, so can't really blame too much. But yeah, there we go. We have some other stuff right here that we can gather. And in this place here, none of these buildings open. Right, so then we're just gonna move around. Oh man, it is the great irony indeed. That fame. It is really surprising. Now let's see what we find over here. Nothing much. What do we find over here? Is this a treasure? Let's open it up. Celestial Jade Lotus Pill. Celestial Medicines. A miraculous pill concocted by the god of longevity in the most southernmost region. A miraculous pill concocted by the god of longevity in the southernmost reaches of the land that massively increases maximum health. Will that stay forever? It does stay forever. I have more health now. Yo, that is wild. Maybe if I find more of these, I can take down the old man. Not the helpful old man, the other old man. Big chest, small reward. It really is like that. It really, really do be like that, though. Because that was a little chest, and that was a massive reward. Alright, well, I'm actually really happy I got that. I kind of want to try and beat the old man now, but no. We're going to continue on, maybe at the end, as we've cruised all the way through this land, and we've gotten a lot stronger, we'll go back to the old man and then defeat him in a jiffy, but we'll see. Here we go, let's rest up. We're moving through. Oh boy. I never expected I'd get this far. Let's rest up for a second. Let me drink a little bit, and then let us move through. Arnu, how's it going? How are you doing? Good to see you, man. welcome to the stream. Welcome to what I would previously I would say welcome to me struggling here on on Black Myth Wukong, because this game right here that you're watching is a Souls-like game. Not entirely, it's a little bit easier than a Souls-like game, but it's a game that very much comes down to gameplay skill and learn the patterns of enemies and having the patience to adapt yourself, which is not necessarily my strengths. So normally I would say, watch me struggle, come watch me struggle, but I just defeated that mini boss in one go, and I'm kind of going on a high right now. So yeah, I say, come on here, let's go. Let's go beat this entire game. We're gonna go speed run this. Let's go. I've already glitched out of the game. I've literally just glitched. I've done an invisibility glitch. Man, I am a speed runner. I've just become a speed runner and I didn't even know that. Arden says fine. Ah man, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear you're doing fine on this wonderful Wednesday. On the 4th of September. Oh man. I'm glad it's September. Sort of. On the one hand, the year is going by way too fast, but on the other hand, hopefully we'll get a little bit colder, because we've been having a really warm summer, and yeah, I'm not too happy about that for streaming and making videos. So yeah, I can't wait for it to get a little bit cooler. From where are you? What do you think? You can guess whatever you want. I just find it funny to just say, like, you know, the reason I find it funny to hear what people guess, and then I'm more than happy to tell you where this stream is coming from. But I just wanna say what people guess. Alright, well, let's see what we find beyond the temple. Like, was this the temple, actually, that the old man spoke of, that no one visits the temple? Or was this just a previous temple that is the first temple that pilgrims go to before they go to the next temple? I guess we'll find out the further we go up the mountain. Oh, shoot, I completely messed up. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. There we go. Afim says Japan. Arnold says Ireland. Oh. Good guesses, good guesses, good guesses. But, Neon Ginger Knight. I am Dutch. So this stream is coming from Amsterdam right now in the Netherlands. His accent sounds European. It kind of is. It kind of is. It's really funny whenever I get to, whenever I speak with people, they always find it hard to place the accents, and I've really encountered that over the last couple of years. Because initially, like, I'm Dutch, so I grew up native Dutch. I grew up speaking no English at all. Then a couple of years of bilingual education, and during that time, I was really taught to be to talk the Queen's English, proper English. So I would have a very British accent. So like, basically the first couple of years, I would have a very Dutch accent. Dutch accents are really wild. Especially to me, because everyone around me here kind of has an accent, and you really notice what people are saying, which is like literal translations and stuff that make no sense. And English people always find them endearing, and to me it's kind of like, ugh, it sounds a little bit weird, right? It's kind of like hearing your own voice. Oh, what's this? Wooden crate. What do we find here? Stone Spirit and Will. All right, thank you. But yeah, then I went from Dutch English, Dinglish, to the Queen's English, and then I went into this YouTube thing. I talked to a whole bunch of Americans, and now it's more of an American accent. And the really funny thing is that over the years, I've noticed that the Dutch streamers, have become much better in speaking English. So last July, I was at TwitchCon Europe, and you would be talking to people, and I'd be speaking English, they'd be speaking English, and you have no clue that they'd speak anything else than English. And then you ask them, like, where are you from? They're like, here, from Holland. I'm like, I'm from Holland too. It's like, why the fuck are we speaking English? It's just that people have gotten so good. Let's see. So you understand Afrikaans? I kind of do. Afim also speaks Afrikaans sometimes here in chat, and whenever Afim like puts something in Afrikaans there, I can 95% make it out, which is pretty fun. There are a couple of languages, also German, which is like 60%, I'd say I can understand that. Basically, back in the day, the way that we used to do our German tests, because in high school we'd have English, French, German as our languages that we'd have to study, apart from, you know, Dutch, and then I also had Latin and Greek. So I had 6 languages, or five or six languages I needed to study. But basically, to pass the German oral exams, we just kind of speak Dutch, but then with a German accent, and most of the time you just pass because the words sound rather similar. You can make it happen. If I come across a German person and I just speak Dutch and they speak German, we can't speak each other's languages, but we can understand each other. Lana says, funny thing is, I'm from your former colony in Asia. Oh, you're from Indonesia. That is so cool. I really, really would love to go there. I really would love to go there one day. One of my best friends actually just came back from Jakarta, which he said was a great time. Arnold says, oh, what is Yao now? What's your name? My name is Misha. Which you may have known, or maybe not, because like if you're watching, the name is Postma 1, but if you watch the main channel, which also connected, is Misha Postma. So yeah. So I can also add Greek in here. Let me put it this way: the best grade I've ever got for Greek was a 9.5 out of 10 for a video that I made with Lego figures about Odysseus. What's his name? What's his name in English? I don't know. But yeah, it is. That is like, I wasn't that great in Greek, and I'll tell you why I wasn't great in Greek as we're gonna move along through this game. I'll tell you why I wasn't great in Greek. So we got Latin and Greek as part of our like high school program. In like Dutch high school is a little bit different. You have different levels already. Like once you get out of primary school at around age 12, you go into high school. And in high school in Dutch high school, you have different levels. If you are on level 1, you basically have 4 years of high school, and then you're gonna go to work in the field. So you're gonna work with your hands into like craftsmanships. Like that sort of jobs. Then you have the second level, which is 5 years of high school, and from that you can go into like something in between, like university and craftsman. And then from the next level, you do 6 years, and that's more theoretical because that prepares you for university. So I did the third level, did 6 years of high school, and during those 6 years, like you also have the option to take Latin and Greek. And I did that option because, I had the option to do it, and I was like, fuck it, let me just go and do it. And one of the things with that is that Latin and Greek, unlike languages like French or English, are languages that aren't spoken anymore. We can only read them. And I just discovered that the best way to speak a language is to speak it. And if you don't know how to speak a language, it really, really becomes tough to get a feel for it. And that is one thing. Oh, shoot, I did not expect that. Right. I did not expect him to dodge that easily. There we go. Let me take them down. Oh, shit. This became more of a pickle than I expected. But yeah, so we'd only have about 3 years to get a feel for it, and then decided we want to go on with it and which one we want to go on with. So starting out with Latin. Latin is a language that I had the easiest time with compared to Greek. Because we got that right from the start of high school, and as I learned that slowly but surely, I was, it wasn't the easiest, but it was alright. But with Greek, you didn't just have that the language was different; you also had to learn the different writing system. But we only got that from the second year forward, and when we got that in the second year, we got that from a teacher who was fresh out of like university. I was quite young, and we were quite a rowdy class. And this is not to blame her for anything, because honestly, we had quite a couple of rowdy people in our class, and it was pretty rough. Like for instance, when it was like April Fools, during April Fools, a couple of people in our class decided it would be funny to turn around all the tables and the chairs, so that when she would come into the class, we'd all be sitting backwards. Because one of the things was she was always very late. We'd have about like an hour of class, and then she would always be 30 minutes late. And if we were 5 minutes late, we'd be in trouble. But she was always 30 minutes late, or even longer. We'd sometimes just have no class at all because she never showed up. And yeah, then like these kind of pranks would happen where we'd be sitting around, and she didn't quite appreciate that, which I can understand. Like if you're coming late into your job and you have a stressful day, and yeah, you have your high school kids just mess around, like it's kind of annoying. At the same time, they're also high school kids; they don't really know that much better. So yeah, we didn't really get a lot of class for like pretty much most of that year, and ultimately she ended up leaving the school, which was really, really unfortunate. But we were a pretty large stress factor on her, and I think that's quite a shame. I think that was also one of the reasons why she was late all that much. But because of that, we didn't really get much Greek until by the end of the second year. We only had one more year to decide if we wanted to go on with Greek, and then we all of a sudden got Greek for real this time. I was like, okay, so yeah, you should have been studying this for like a year and a half right now. But you didn't, so we're just gonna do a really quick crash course because you got to know this by now. And yeah, that didn't really go in well with me. That was rough. That was really, really rough. So yeah, Odysseus, yes. So yeah, that was my my Greek experience, and it was quite something. I do appreciate the language, and I do also have some people in my family who can speak it, which is pretty cool. But like more modern Greek, not ancient Greek. But yeah, that's why if you put that in there, you made someone quit. Not necessarily me, but the class that I was in did actually probably make that teacher end up quitting. Which I would say at that point in time we thought we were the worst class ever. At the same time, I do think as I've grown older, we weren't all that bad. I mean, we weren't like what you see in what is it? Tokyo Revengers, like high school kids that like to fight each other or do really nasty pranks. We were more like, yeah, like just be a little bit rowdy. There were some people who just wanted to like sit the other way around on April Fools. If you do that, I mean, like, yeah, you're kind of stirring up the pot. But at the same time, I could appreciate that as a prank. I could appreciate that as an April Fool's prank where you just, everyone turns around their tables, sits the other way around, and the teacher comes in and is like, what? You know? I think that's funny. I think that's funny. So, Lana asks, why not learn ancient Greek? I would like to, but at the same time, it is also a matter of time. Right now, I'm learning Japanese because next year I am going to Japan. But if you want to learn something, you have to consistently dedicate some time to it. And even though at the start of the year I've been able to like do every single day like about an hour of Japanese, right now it's getting a little bit tough because I've also not really been able to get my schedule going entirely with content and everything would work. So that's why first I want to get to Japanese, which I will actually be able to use when I'm there and when I'm watching the Japanese anime that I like to watch and reading the Japanese books and manga that I like to read. I'll be able to use that, and then later on I might be able to say like, hey, I want to learn ancient Greek, which is really, really cool to learn because you can read some like old text, but the problem is you can't really converse with people. So yeah, learn Japanese is easy, just watch more anime. Oh man, like yeah, like that's what I figured. I figured I would just go watch some anime, and then and I'll just come up to the border agent in Japan who asked me for my papers and why my bag has been taken out, and if I'm carrying some dangerous weapons, and I'll just be like, "Ogawa Luffy, Kaisaku Oni, Ogawa Naga," something like that, right? Actually, I said that wrong. I said that wrong. Or I'll be like, "Koneyo, Bageyo." like anime, I say, works really, really well for learning, for like getting a feel for the language, but it won't really work to actually learn the language to speak. That's as far as I feel. Like I think, like some people say, "Oh, I can just learn it by just listening to it." It's like, well, they say things like "kimi," like you don't really say that to people or in real life. If you go to Japan and say like "shire" to people, it's like, well, you're gonna have a rough time because you're just telling people to die, even though they say that all the time in anime. At the same time, what I found is that because I've watched a whole bunch of anime for my life, as I'm learning the Japanese grammar rules, it makes sense. It clicks in my head. It's not like, oh, why do they say this? Why why is janai? Why is that the way to say no? It's like, well, it's like no, that clicks because you've heard that before. So that's what I found. Also, one thing that I haven't looked at yet is my new equipment. I have a wolf mask. Inflicts considerably more damage bonus on enemies at critical health. Let me equip this. That's wild. Inventory, what else do I have right here? We have a mind core, rare material. Okay, so that's cool. We have a journal. Right here we have just more stuff. But we got a mask right now. Holy shit, that's so cool. Mask of the Wild. Tell me, which path do I go? I have a path upward, and I have a path sightward. I'll go sightward. Because this right here seems like it won't be the longest path. Unless it will be. Nope, it won't be. Unless I fall down. I'm not planning to fall down right there. Alright, we're just going to go continue upwards. Let's do this. Lana says, I mean the language, talking, but learning the kanji is a different story. It really is. I think that kanji as well is... everything that I've heard so far about Japanese, learn Japanese, is all, like, overrated and underrated. Like, learning Japanese for watching anime is overrated, as some people said, like, oh, you just watch the anime and then you know it. It's like, that's not entirely how it works. but it's also underrated, where some people say, like, whoa, that's a snake! They don't necessarily say, whoa, that's a snake, but you get the point. Oh, shit. These enemies are wilder. Yo, this is crazy. Anyway, I think that, like, using it for learning Japanese is overrated, because I've been watching anime for about... God, when did I start? I think 13 years now. I've been watching it quite frequently during those 13 years, and still I can speak Japanese, because you're watching something, especially which is using the same sort of language all the time. It's like learning English from cartoons. It does help you, but I've also been, when I was learning English for real, I've been listening to a whole bunch of English music, watching a whole bunch of English movies, playing a whole bunch of English games, but I didn't really understand it for real until I started properly following language courses. So I think that element is a little bit overstated, but it's also so understated, where some people are like, yeah, you can't never learn it because no one walks around from Japan saying "shire kimi," you know, like if you say that, you know, you're gonna have a rough time, right? It's like, well, there's so much more that you can learn from that. Like, there are so many more patterns, because characters do speak in different tones. They use different they use different suffixes to certain, like, words or certain people addressing that sort of stuff, that whenever you get to know, like, the structure underneath, that works. In the same way, kanji, I think, are very much underestimated, because people are like, oh, you know, like, I'll just learn the scripts, and then you get into grammar. It's like, well, you can't really learn the kanji before you can get into the grammar. Like, that's going to be a rough time. At the same time, it's also very overestimated, where I feel... learning kanji is very similar to just learning words. Like in English, like, you need to know a whole bunch of words before you can properly speak the language. And all of these words, like, yeah, some of these words, like, let's say, what would be a good word? What would be a good word to use? Something like gaming console. It's like, even if you don't know the word, if you know gaming and you know console, it's something like an access to a game. So it's something that gives you access to a game. Okay, so it's probably like a machine that plays games. Bada bing, bada boom, you got it. But something like understand. Understand is like, stand is standing and under is underneath. It's like, how does standing underneath something make you understand something, right? There's no link to it. You have to learn that. And that's in the same way that I feel you have to learn the kanji. It's like, you just have to learn that word. Except right now, each word has like a little thing. So yeah. Wow, that's a snake. You should see the snake in Sekiro. It's a good listening practice. Oh man. Yeah, I don't recognize that kanji yet, but I find that the most humorous choice of example. Why are you talking about kanji again? Arteria, because that's just what we do. For some reason, the topic came back to Japanese again. I don't know why that is. I wish someone would tell me. Alright, what do we find here? This does not seem to be an enemy. Who are you? What are you writing? Another old man!
Have you seen those nameless souls adrift on your path? Their wheels float aloft, never to fade. Shame, your god serves little purpose, and mine answers solely to me. I know a way to guide the souls, mend their paths, and set them free. It will aid you.
Oh, what does he do? Does he up my health restore? That is great. That is great. Give me more of that.
Oh, this is better. This god, though humble, may save the lost, banish their obsessions, and guide them.
Thank you very much. I appreciate whatever you did to that. The Blessed Gourd, under the guidance of a wise master, who we just met. The Destined One, our monkey, has mastered the art of spirit absorption. Whoa. The gourd possesses remarkable divine capabilities, allowing it to absorb lingering wills of spirits left behind by formidable Yaoguais who have been defeated. Does that mean that we can finally refill this cup? That will be fantastic. That would be fantastic. That is what I've been waiting for. Also, one thing that I've been waiting for is to have a little bit of subtitles, please. Accessibility, subtitles on, please, because then sometimes it may be hard to understand what people are saying. Subtitles always make it nice. Let's see. Arteria says, why are you talking about kanji again? Lana says, in here we have so many languages to learn. We have 3 mandatory languages to learn. What are the languages that you have to learn? Like, actually, really, really fascinates me. For real. Because for me, it's very normal that we learn English, French, and German. Because that feel like, when you grow up, those feel like, yeah, you know, those are very important languages in the world. But then you basically learn that's because those are your 3 neighbors. That's why you learn them. And English just happens to be a language that's spoken all the way around the world. But one of the things that I thought was really, really fascinating, and it wasn't until, 2 years ago? It wasn't until 2 years ago that I discovered this fact. Dora the Explorer doesn't teach you English. Let that sink in, okay? Dora the Explorer does not teach you English. Which for you, if you're from an English-speaking country, may be really, really weird. Why would Dora the Explorer teach you English? Because for me, it teaches me Spanish? Maybe? I don't know. I think it was Spanish. But for us, Dora the Explorer was always a Dutch program that would teach us English words. And I thought that was the way it was everywhere. It was like an English teaching program. But then I learned it wasn't that way. That was wild. So yeah. But yeah, let's see. Lana says Arabic, Mandarin, and English. Wow. That is wild. That is really, really, really wild. First of all, they're very, very important in the world because there's a lot of different people that speak them. But secondly, I feel like they're also so far apart. Because I've only scratched the surface when it comes to learning Japanese. And I'm already seeing like how far Japanese is away from English. But I've never really touched myself on Mandarin, which I feel would be somewhat closely related to Japanese, but feels like a little bit harder. Because I think Chinese does not have the scripts that Japan has. So you're going to be in for a rougher time. And then at the same time, what you also have is Arabic. I've never looked into Arabic yet, though that's a really interesting language I would love to learn as well. But that's an entirely different script as well. Yo, that is rough. Like none of these are languages that you can kind of fake the other by just speaking one language with a slightly accent. Like the way that I would do my German exams, you would not be able to do that. I feel with like Arabic and Mandarin or English and Mandarin. Like you couldn't just speak Mandarin with an English accent and just get by. Yo, that's wild. Which is the language that you prefer the most? Like what's your favorite language of these? Arteria says we had to learn 5 languages here in school. Which one did you have to learn? Was it Dutch, English? You were from the north, right? Frisian? French, German? Or maybe Spanish as well. Arteria says the boy version is the one that teaches Spanish. Frisian, yes. I knew it! Perfect. Alright, let us continue on. We gotta fight a snake boy. Yeah, I'm Chinese Muslim and English because there's so many expats in here. Yo, that is wild. That is... like, that's so cool. Like, it is really cool, though, that... I think that if you say, like, if you're a Chinese Muslim, then you're already taught, like, brought up with 2 very important world languages. And then English, I hope that it, like... So far, you're speaking English perfectly fine in chat right here. Like, how hard was it for you to learn English? Because, like, honestly, like, if English is your weakest language, I don't know if it is, then you're really, really good in it. Yeah, that is so cool. I need to get better at learning my languages, man. Yo, he is good. He disturbs my transformation. And take him out, please. Man, these enemies right here have gotten so much stronger. That is wild. But yeah, let me de-transform again, please, because I need to come back. Arteria says, from what I heard of a coworker, French is no longer mandatory class at most high schools as it has been replaced with Spanish. That is wild, because for me, I never learned Spanish. I always learned French. So for Spanish, to me, it was always like an elective thing that some people got because they thought it was cool. But yeah, I do have a lot of Spanish friends, so I do at some point in time also kind of want to learn Spanish. But yeah, Afim says it could just be me, but I think the sound is cutting out at regular intervals. Is it? All right, let me go take a look as to how I could fix that. Is it just a game sound or is it everything? I'm gonna go and take a listen to this right now. Just a second. Right. So right now I'm listening to myself, which hopefully you can't hear, but it's a bit weird for me because I'm hearing myself like 5 minutes later. Actually, not 5 minutes, like 30 seconds later. So far, it seems fine on Twitch. So I'm gonna go listen on to YouTube right now. I'm sorry for this little bit of a monologue right now, but yeah, we're just gonna have to bear with it. We're just gonna have to bear with it right now. So right now I'm gonna listen to myself here. Okay, so I'm listening to myself on YouTube right now, and what am I hearing on YouTube? I think that it is fine. Okay, so I'm not having any issues here on YouTube, but if you're having issues, like let me know if it consists, like if it keeps on going. But yeah, Lana says English is a must here to find a job. Wow. So are all the jobs there in English? Because like I've been noticing it here more and more in the Netherlands as well. It's like if you go to the center of Amsterdam, basically most people, if you walk into a shop, you have a higher chance that you walk into somewhere where they only speak English and no Dutch, rather than that you walk into a shop and they speak Dutch and no English. So it has become more and more mandatory here as well. But the thing that's spreading everywhere, that as well. Also, like, I came around and I had like a clothing item yesterday from a Dutch store that had a price tag in dollars and a price tag in English pounds, but no price tags in euros, which are the actual monies that we pay with. It is weird. It is really, really wild. YouTube sounds fine. Okay, that's perfect. Arteria says, yeah, we are from the time that Dutch, English, German, and French were mandatory. 2 years before the lockdowns, they replaced French with Spanish and made French an optional language. Wow. Wow. That the French haven't revolted against us just yet, because, yeah, they, oh, holy moly! What are you? Yo! I thought they were just some regular old... They're old snake people! We've gotten into the snake era! We've gotten into the snake people! The dead snake people! Oh, this is crazy. Have we left the temple and entered the forest of the dead? Man, I need to be more prepared. I need to have my Wokongs more prepared, and let's just get going. Ilkaris, thank you so much for that follow. I really appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Language is a bridge to communicate, and many who came here from are from an English-speaking country. Oh, that is wild. It's wild that's happening there as well. I mean, like here it's happening too. We have one of the things that really shocks me sometimes is that if you just go to a regular Dutch primary school, like if you go to kindergarten, Dutch kindergarten, most children speak English. Because like we have a lot of people from, especially from like Japan, India, from outside of Holland, from like who come to work here, and like their children don't really speak Dutch. So it is wild to see that that's happening everywhere. And in a sense, right now, like English is becoming more and more of a world language. Like obviously it was in a sense a world language already, where a lot of our popular movies and games and even like our entertainment right here, like YouTube. Why do we all speak English on YouTube, even though like it's a global thing? Like let's just take a little bit of a count here. It's like how many people here are from an actual English speaking country? Put one in chat if you're from an English speaking country, like an official like English, like UK, US, USA, like that's the official language, and then a 2 in the chat if you're from a like non-English speaking country. So like I right here. I'm from Holland. Holland is not an official, like, English-speaking country. Like, let's see how many people here are from actual, like, English-speaking countries and how many people aren't. Because I bet you a majority right here is not going to be from an English-speaking country. But yet we all communicate in English. So in that way, we are basically an English-speaking country. You're not from Holland. You're from the Netherlands. Arteria, technically speaking, I am from Holland. Because guess where Amsterdam is located in? Though, yeah, no, yeah, like linguistically speaking, you're right. Silverfox is actually from an English-speaking country. That's so cool. Also, Silverfox, how's it going? Holland is just 2 provinces. I know, but I'm still from them. Oh man, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we're seeing the majority of 2s here in chat. Silverfox, that's so cool. I thought you were from South Africa because of the Sade. But that's so cool. Yo, good. And you? I'm fine, man. I'm fine. It's good to see you again, man. But yeah, so why do we always communicate in English? That's because, well, basically it is some sort of world language. And that's how I assumed that the world language would be. It's like, well, you know, if you're in your own country, you speak your own language. But if you go across the world, then you speak English. But what you're seeing right now is that what Lana's saying is like, hey, if I want to get a job in my home country, what I need to speak English because everyone here at the work speaks English. And I'm like, if I go here actually to work, people also speak English. And if I go to school right now as a 4-year-old, kids also speak English. That's wild. What earphones are those? So the earphones I'm wearing right here are KZ ZSN Pros. I made like a video about it, like tech under 100, back in December on the main channel. So Misha Postma. So if you want to learn more about those, that's these. They're just $20. They're cheap as headphones, but they're really, really good. I've really enjoyed them because I never really like I used to wear a lot of like big ass headphones on my head when I was streaming, but then there came a time where I went to the hairdresser and I hadn't streamed for like a week, and then they were like, what's going on with your hair? Like, are you wearing something? Or are you like riding a motorcycle? I was like, what? I'm not riding a motorcycle. I drive cars. It's like, no. Like, what's with your head? And basically, my hair was like my hair was constantly like that because of my headphones. And I was like, I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that at all, right? So basically, I wanted to go for headphones. And also, one thing I like more of headphones is that they're kind of like subdued, because like I don't like to have. What a lot of streamers have. A lot of streamers have something like this, right? They have that their microphone is straight up in their face. So like you're watching a stream, and basically their stream is like this. Like, hey guys, how's it going? Welcome. This is my stream. And I find it so weird. It's like if I'm ever speaking to someone, it's like I'm not speaking to them, and they have a microphone in their face. Like I'm speaking to someone, and they're just talking to me. So it's kind of weird. Something that I really don't understand is why people nowadays, why they all have microphones in their hands. Like watch so many videos right now, and it's like you're gonna be shocked to find how many people are recording a video like this nowadays. Like even MKBHD recently made a video. MKBHD, with the most insane tech equipment studio out there, made a video recently where he said, I'm going to take a break because he's competing in some sort of like world championships with Ultimate Frisbee, which is pretty cool. But he was like, hey guys, how's it going? So I'm announcing I'm taking a break. He's like, why are you holding a microphone? You have a microphone stand. You have lav mics. Why are you holding one? That is wild. But yeah, so I've always had this, I want to have this minimum aesthetic thing that I like to have. So that's also where this comes in. I like to have it clean. And if I could even have earphones that wouldn't even be seen as earphones, that would be even better. But these are a little bit getting old. Like this one has the tendency to sometimes fall out. So maybe I should look for new ones. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to invest $20 into buying new headphones. I mean, it's quite a big expense, if you know what I'm saying. So Fox says, yeah, basically it's English, but in preschool it's Afrikaans. Ah, I see. Arteria says, I love being pedantic with those things. Oh, man. Arteria says, well, you're lucky that as I got a straight up ban from the K&O on putting earbuds in my ear. Oh, shoot. That's unfortunate. I remember though, back when I was in high school, like it was like the biggest thing for everyone to have earphones. Like back those that were the iPod days, and everyone was having those Apple earbuds in. Let's absorb some of those things. Look at that. We're filling our gourd. That is fantastic. Absorb and cultivate. Consume those we had consumed. So I wonder if we're gonna find these little things in the air that we can absorb. Is that from a place where people died, or is that from a place where we defeated enemies? Because if that is from a place where people died, we can determine what kind of places are dangerous. Also, that right there, I think, is one of those dead snakes. And I'm not gonna get caught twice by a dead snake. Oh, I am gonna get caught twice by a dead snake. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? But man, this forest is wild. I'm actually having such a greater time with this than I expected I would. Also, you see that he is like... He is dead, and he's slowly rebuilding himself as I come close to him. That's a cool design, man. Like, look, they're sitting here everywhere. Oh, man, I really should walk onto them. I never learn. See, this is one of the problems with these games, for me, is I am too stubborn. I'm a stubborn freaking motherfucker, and I will never learn. Because I'm like, I want to do it my way. I want to do things my way. And this game is very much about, you have to learn. And this is something where I will struggle. But maybe I can slowly overcome it through that. Grow as a person through playing this game. Oh shit. There we go, 2 down. It seems like it doesn't want to lock on if I want to do a surprise attack, though. This guy here does seem to be kind of interested in fighting me. So I almost have him down. Got him! And we're gonna level up again. We are a level up again. That is cool. Self-advance. I got 2 sparks. Okay, that is sweet. I do think I kind of want to have this might recovery to come back faster. But in the meantime, I also want to see if I can upgrade something here. Let's see. What else do we have? We have... this increases the health recovery upon consuming a focus point. I may want to have more of that. And then each 10 level must reduce the stamina cost of a short heavy attack. What do we have right here? We have the pillar stance. I don't think I'm ready to do stances yet because that is something I kind of suck at. Each 10 level slightly increases the damage dealt by all varied combos. Let me throw that one on there. Let me just increase my standard attacks and then slowly increase the spells as I get stronger over time. Let's see. A theme says, I've heard people say it makes them seem relatable, though what exactly this context refers to is that, to its specific nuances, A theme says, I've heard people say, holding the microphone while you're talking to... Basically, we were talking about, like, talking to the camera and then holding a microphone. And a theme says, I've heard people say that makes it more relatable, though what exactly this refers to and the context is, a theme is ignorant to. I think it kind of brings back that old feeling of YouTube, because let's say that you're having, that you're talking to someone right now in a very well-lit, well-set-up studio. This is where I think like a lot of streamers go wrong if they build up a massive studio and it look very professional. Something like a Mr. Beast, right? He's under a lot of big fire right now. But even before he was turned out to be not all that ethical in certain ways. He was also not very relatable, because how relatable is a guy who's like giving out Lamborghinis and giving out a whole bunch of money all the freaking time? And I think that was one of the magics that YouTube had very much when it grew up, or Twitch had very much when it started out. It's like, it's just someone in a bedroom just talking to a camera. And that is something that made it different from TV, and now we're pushing closer and closer to TV. So I feel it's like holding a microphone kind of brings back that vibe. It's like, oh man, I don't even have money for a microphone stand. But at the same time, it's kind of weird, right? Because you do have the money for a microphone stand. You're just emulating that, and we all know that. Silverfox says, I just bought the Moondrop 2 too, because I usually use headsets, but now they get annoying when I'm gymming/gaming, and I get a fat headache. I'll look into them, because maybe I want to do like a big roundup of all sorts of headphones. Lana says, Western companies have better treatment to female workers compared to Chinese companies? Wow. I mean, on the one hand, I'm not, like, let me just say, I don't really have much experience with Chinese companies, so so I can't say I'm not surprised because I know how that treatment is, because I don't know. But I am not surprised that the cultural, the cultural way that companies work is going to be different across companies that are set up that come from different countries. So I'm not surprised that is that different, but at the same time, I am kind of surprised that it is very different within a country. Because I do feel like, then again, like here in Holland, we have quite strong protection laws to ensure fair employee treatment. So yeah, like that is wild. But like I can imagine that then you'd prefer to work in an English-speaking company, and you'd also work in your English. Arturia says the doctor said that it would be best if it's just speakers and headphones also close off the ears more, which is not healthy for long term. So basically, what I would recommend is like open your headphones. I think that would be a good one. Afim says that's such a nice neck. the snake that we were fighting, is that a nice neck? Oh boy, why are you suddenly stumbling over your words, Arturia asks? Well, basically because I'm reading a chat message, and like for instance, when I was reading the message from Afim, I was going over this message all the way at the top right here, which you'll see. I'll highlight here real quickly. So. I'm seeing this message, right? I'm kind of like, okay, so first of all, I just want to read it because I don't know what's going on. And I'm seeing like, okay, so I've heard people say it makes them seem more relatable. I'm like, oh shit, well, what did this refer to? Because about 2 or 3 minutes ago, I talked about this holding a microphone thing, but we've also had a bow and we've also had some other topics. What did that refer to? So I'm kind of like, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, oh shit, that's what it refers to. I'm like, okay, maybe I should rephrase that to say it. and then you kind of want to rephrase it, but then you don't bring it properly, and you want to make sure you bring it properly. So what I've learned over time is that it's better for me to start over again if I am reading something and like, oh shit, it's probably better to give some more context. It's better to start over again than try and fumble it in. Because let's do a little bit of an example. For instance, let's say that I am I'm reading right here into like a theme's message right here. It's like that's such a nice neck. I think a theme is referring to the neck of the thing, and then right, that doesn't really work. Or if I say like that's such a okay, so we were just fighting these snakes right there, and I think that a theme is saying that's such a nice neck with like the snake we were fighting. Even though we start over again, because you can give that better context, I do think it works better. Okay, so that heavy attack is just not working on this guy. That is wild. I don't know why that is. Also, I think I'm just beginning to realize what the dangers of these forests. Because right now, I'm losing quite a bit of health. And I thought that, oh man, I'm just gonna go and heal up back at the base. But if I do that, all these enemies will respawn. Which make this perfect training grounds! Holy shoot! Oh man, I was not prepared for this. I was not prepared for you at all! Okay, this is kind of bad. Unless I can defeat him. Oh man. I've defeated this guy. Man, these forests are dangerous! I thought we were gonna be fine. But yeah, we're not fine. Also, this heavy attack on this fella just does not work. He seems to avoid it in some weird way, and I don't know how. I don't know why. But yeah, let me find my save point real quickly, which I think is just gonna be around the corner, and then I'm gonna go back and try and fight all these guys again. Okay, I got lucky with that one. I got really lucky with that one. Also, this seems to be like it's an important place, but I don't think that this leads to anywhere. So yeah, I thought it was gonna lead to the place that we needed to go. A theme says, "Oh no, I discovered a sensitivity in the manner your neurons seem to be processing information. I'll have to do an update." But who truly knows what causes a stutter? I think it's when the brain is working faster. Also, one thing that I really want to very quickly do is I want to turn off notifications. Settings, interface, in-game, enable Steam game overlay. I don't want notifications though. My friends in chat. Group friends to get it by game, that's fine. How do you turn off notifications here? Because that's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying that every single time someone goes up to play a game, I get notifications over that, because like I think that's kind of useless. Let me see if I go here, Steam. Steam. Settings, hold on. Let me see, maybe it's it's gonna show some stuff that you don't need to see. Notifications, please. I don't want to show that. 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 So I think that this is gonna be okay. I think right now we will no longer have these bloody notifications, because I think it's a little bit distracting. Like you don't need to know when people on Steam go and play some games. I don't really need to know either. It's like if people want to play games with me, that's fine. But otherwise, yeah. Yeah, we were talking about stuttering. I do think it's like it's when the brain works faster than speaking. At least that's what I find. It's that you need some time to recalibrate. Okay, this is what I was talking about. What I want to talk about now. And in the meantime, you have this feeling that you want to continue on your line of thought, which is really, really strange, right? But one thing that I found is if you look at yourself, sometimes people use a stutter, sometimes people use or they use words like or yeah, is a good one. Like is a good one. There's a bunch of these stop words that people use to fill the void of sound that they want to use to think, which is really interesting because why do you need to keep on speaking? And I think the reason why people feel they need to keep on speaking is that in a lot of conversations that you have, you're not necessarily having a conversation with each other, rather you're waiting your turn to speak. So someone is saying something, and while they're saying something, you're somewhat listening to them, but while you're also listening to them, you're also just hearing one thing they say, and then you prepare your response in your mind of what you're going to say. And the moment they shut up, you basically use that moment to, bam, I'm going to throw my thing in. So what we learn over time through interacting with people is that if we want to continue our line of thought, if we want to continue to have our say, we need to make sure that we continue our voice as long as we can, because the moment that we leave a pause, we leave ourselves vulnerable for the other person to step in and take over. And that is a bit weird, because conversations shouldn't really be that oppositional, but I do feel they are. I do feel that that is something that naturally people gravitate to, and because of that, you get these natural habitations where you feel, oh, I need to keep talking, because if I don't talk, I'll be in trouble. Okay, so basically I really have to wait until this guy is fully assembled before I can hit him. I think that's what I'm finding here. Because I was really close on target there, and still I did not want to hit him. See? Like that. Did not want to hit him. But yeah, I'm going to have to wait a little bit longer with that. Basically, he does not exist until he's fully assembled, I think. There we go, got him. But yeah, should be on the notification. Yeah, I think I got it now. What do we have here? We have a path forward here as well. Oh boy, where did we end up now?
My name is Guangmo. Should my demise come by your hands, please pass this message to my master. Searching for deity, mortals do aspire. Craving immortality, Yao Guais surely will conspire!
I'm in trouble! I'm in big trouble! I don't have the help for this. I do not have the help for this at all! Oh, come on. Come on. Maybe I can do this, but I have very little faith in this. Come on, come on. This guy is much more ranged than the other ones were. I don't have mana. Where's my mana gone? I do not have mana at all. Okay, this is gonna be a tough fight, man. This is gonna be a real tough fight. Unless the battle here is that I don't have any mana to attack him with. So I really need to use my standard attacks. Oh, I'm dead. I knew it. I knew it. I had no health. I was trying to find a save point to help myself. But I found a boss that took away my mana. That is wild. Oh boy, I thought I could find something. But yeah. You sweat a lot? Oh yeah. It is, this is the problem for me when it comes to, unless you're saying I'm sweating a lot and fighting, but also it's warm in here. This is why I don't like the summer all that much. Because in order for me to stream properly, I need to, what's it called? I need to make sure that everything in this room is closed off, because otherwise you get a lot of sounds from outside, you get a lot of sounds from everywhere, and I leak sound everywhere as well. Because you may not have noticed, I do tend to get quite loud sometimes. But because you do that, everything is closed off, you don't get a lot of fresh air supply in here. Which normally isn't a problem, because if it's like 19 degrees outside, it doesn't really get all that warm. But during the summer right here, we're having quite warm days. Right now it's been about 30 degrees for the last couple of days. Right now it's turned down to a little bit like 24, 25. So I think like it's okay, I can do this. But because of that, it is already quite warm. And then if I have two computers blasting heat into this room, oh my god, we came all the way back here. Yo, this is crazy. Then what's going to happen is that I have a little bit of an issue where right now I'm just blasting heat into a room that's already quite warm, and I have no way to get the heat out. Air conditioning is not a thing in this country. It just doesn't exist. I do have like a mobile unit, but that is so loud that you're going to hear that on stream, and it's going to cause quite a bit of trouble. So last week, we also had quite a warm day, and I wanted to do like a 5-hour stream, but I cut it short for 3 hours. And I tried to run the air conditioner during like this small break that I took, like the 5 to 10 minute break I took, just to have some like a quick refreshment. But it just doesn't really do much. So this is why I don't really like the summer for making content, because it's too warm. It is too warm, and I don't like to complain about the temperature because I feel it's such a shit excuse. It's like, oh man, it's too warm. You can't stream. You can't make videos because it's too warm. Oh man, boo-hoo. You have such a hard job. You're gonna complain about that. You're gonna complain about that. Well, there's people outside working on the road in the like burning sun right now without any shade, without any like access to water right as they want to, but they have to do hard physical labor, and you can't just play a game while you're too warm. Boo-hoo. You know, like I don't want to complain about that. But at the same time, it does result into this, which is annoying. It's a little bit annoying, right? European can be that hot. Yes. Well, actually, let me show you. Let me show you right here. For it to be hot with Europeans, let me go and hold on. I'm just gonna go here. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Let me take a look. Oh no, Twitter doesn't let me use itself without... Hold on. Let me see if I can sign into Twitter real quick. Like, let me show you the problem with European weather, right? European weather, generally, is one of the most safe weather in the entire world. So one of the things that we have right here, especially in like mid-northern Europe, is that we have a pretty safe climate. We don't have extremely long weather, like extremely long winters that you have in Canada. Like in Canada, they can have winters from September forwards until June. They had snow in June this year. We don't have that. We have like the last time I really saw snow and ice that I could consistently skate on and have like a good old long winter with was years ago, like 2020, and before that was 2012. So we don't really have all of that. But at the same time, what we do have is that because of that, our country is not really made for it. We also have no really extreme summers. Like if you go to Spain or if you go like more south, you're gonna have extremely warm periods of time where it's gonna be super, super warm. It's gonna be like you're gonna have to wait for the rain to come down. We don't have a rain season that we need to have in order for our rivers to stay floating. We don't have that. But because of that, like our country isn't made for large changes to weather. So I'm just gonna go and try and find if I can sign into Twitter here. Like I recently reset this entire computer because like I was trying to like make it stop crashing, so I need to make sure I'm signed into things again. Let me see. There we go. Finally have it. It's kind of slow because right now I'm running also the game as well. So I don't know why it's this slow. It's probably because of the heat. It can't stand the heat. But yeah, let me show you this. Like Europe can seem quite weird sometimes to people who are not in Europe, because you know. Let me see if I could go to replies. I recently talked about this on Twitter here. Let me go here. Replies. Man, this is so slow. This is incredibly slow. Let me go to replies, please. There we go. I don't tweet all that much, but this is something that I recently talked about. Yeah, that got me in trouble with Twitter. Or no, that got me in trouble with Warframe copyright. Let's see, what else do I have? Man, I tweet more than I expected. And let me see here. Yeah, here. There we go. Yeah, it was in this conversation. Right here. This is what I wanted to show you. These right here are the perfect examples of European weather. If I show you this as someone who lives in a really warm climate, this might seem very, very funny to you. This is an extreme temperature warning chart for the UK, but you could also have that in Europe right here. Like if you see like this red, you can also see that right here. We have that as well. So basically, what we have is that you have, listen, this is really, really dangerous, right? We have extreme summer temperatures of 27 to 33 degrees Celsius, which have the governments literally issue heat warnings, because if you go outside, if you go around, it is 33 degrees maybe, so you might die. This is real. As Eteria says, no extreme summers. We have summers of 30 plus degrees to the point of enforcing a heat protocol. And then you have Lana saying, right, listen, 30 degrees? What are you, bitch made? 30 degrees is like, it's a nice breeze. If I go outside, it's 30 degrees. That is freaking nice. That is lovely weather, because in some places, it gets to be 40 every day, or maybe even 50. That is not what we have here. We have 33 at most, 34, 35. But the problem is that our infrastructure is not made for this. This is also the same with the snow. Like this right here. This is literally from a news article which said, there is extreme snow in Holland. All the trains have been halted. No one go outside because the snow is so extreme. This was the snow that we're talking about. This right here is the snow that we're talking about. We're not made for extreme weather. Europe generally is a pretty safe place in terms of weather, but that also means that if we have just a slight deviation from that, the entire thing just doesn't work. Whereas in Canada, they look at the snow and it's like, whoa, that's a nice summer day. Their infrastructure is made for a lot of snow. We are not. In the same way, if it's a pretty decently warm day, if it gets to 30 degrees, our houses are very much made to trap heat inside. We don't have air conditioning. Air conditioning in this world, right here, is only for shops and cars. If you're not in a shop or you're not in a car, you don't have air conditioning. Like, I have a lot of people. I have a lot of friends around me. I have a lot of friends who have pretty decently good amounts of money. And they don't have air conditioning in their house. They have houses that are worth millions of euros. But they don't have air conditioning. Because why would you need air conditioning? That's so weird. Like, you don't do that. You don't place air conditioning in your house. Why would you place air conditioning in your house? It's only for a select few people that are kind of weird, kind of looked upon weirdly. It's like, you got air conditioning? What are you, American? It's like getting a double door fridge. If you have a double door fridge here in Europe, you're looked upon weirdly because you don't do double door fridges. That is so American. That's so weird. So it's not in our culture. And because of that, what you have is that the moment it gets to be 33 or 30 plus degrees or near the 30 degrees Celsius, what you see is that other countries that are very much used to this summer weather, they cope with it just fine. We don't. We don't at all. Our houses trap the heat so much you can't sleep. And also what I think is also one of the problems is that human bodies can slowly but surely over time adapt to the weather. So if you're from Europe or from somewhere else and you've ever gone on vacation to a warm country, you arrive there for the first time and it's like, it's so warm and it's so bright. So like when I would go to Spain, I would go on vacation for 3 weeks. I would go there. It was so warm, so bright. I could not even look into the sun. I would have to walk around like squinting like this the entire time because I just couldn't see in the sun. It was so bright. And within 2 or 3 days, I would adapt. I would be fully used to it. I'll be able to go around my day perfectly fine. I had no problem going around the sun. I didn't really have to apply that much sunscreen anymore because my body had adapted to, resisting the rays of the sun. I wouldn't get burned anymore. And then I would come back here to Holland. I would find it cold and kind of like not a really nice place to be. And that is something where your body can adapt if you just have enough time to get used to it. But what do we have? We have about 2 or 3 days where it is really, really hot. Then it's like, with really, really hot, I mean like 33, 35 degrees. Then it gets to be like 19 again. And then it goes back up again. And then it goes back down, and it goes back up. So you never really have the time to adapt. And because of that, it just feels hot the entire freaking time. So that's kind of what we have. Yep, 30 degrees is not that hot. I swim on a river at 40 degrees Celsius. That is wild. Our water here never gets warmer than 20 degrees. But yeah, snow is not extreme for years now. We just have cooling fans. What's a double door fridge? You've never seen a double door fridge? Oh man. So yeah. But yeah, that is why the benefit of countries like Spain is that they have dry heat, while countries like the Netherlands and England have wet heat. Yeah, that's also, we have one Arteria says the benefit of countries like Spain is that also that they have dry heat, while countries like Netherlands and England have a lot of wet heat, and that's also true. We have a lot of humidity, which makes our heat and our cold feel that much colder. Like if we ever have that the temperature dips below 0, we get to -5 or -10. -10 feels really, really cold. And I have family in Canada, and they just experience -40, -50. And they're like, yeah, it's cold. You go outside and you do wear gloves and everything, but it's just cold. It's just like, it's just a -30, right? They're just talking, oh yeah, it was -30 the other day, and I was just walking the dog, and it was fine, right? It's like, it's every other day. If I were to have -30 or -50 here, I feel like I would die in my home. I would have all my blankets around me, my fire going, but it would freeze me to the bone. Because -5 here feels really, really cold. Because we have a lot of humid air. And the more humid the air is, the more like colder, the more warmer it feels. And I've never really gone to Canada in the winter. I do really want to do it one day. But from what I've heard from the family that's been both over here in the winter and over there in the winter, they said like, well, yeah, their -30 feels somewhat like our -8 or something. It's like, it really, the humidity helps a lot as well. Learning a new thing every day, yeah, me too. Like, this is what I love about streaming. I talk about these different things. It's like, we're learning different things, and especially also like why different temperatures feel differently. Because honestly, a lot of times that we share these extreme heat warnings that man, watch out, it turns 25 degrees today, you can die. It's like, you look at that as like a non-European and you laugh your ass off. It's like, what are these people, what are they on about? But yeah, it is literally like, everything here is built different. And I do feel that slowly but surely we're going to see more air conditioning over here because we are getting more and more warm summers. Like actually 2 years ago, for the first time, I actually got one of these mobile air conditioning units because I couldn't take it anymore. We would have nights where you just could not sleep anymore. I would literally have to switch between my bed and the floor because if I wake up, I'd be so drenched in sweat that I couldn't sleep anymore. So I had to go lay on the floor and sleep there until I woke up, and I had to go back. And now I don't have to do that anymore. But for streaming and making videos, it's not good enough because if I have that thing going, it's pretty loud. So yeah, this, by the way, Arturia, is a double door fridge. Let me show it. This is it. This right here is a double door fridge, and this is a very American thing. You know, like you have your freezer here, you have your cooling segment here, and that's where you have your ice maker. Because if there's anything an American can't live without, it's its ice maker. Because every single drink's gonna have some ice. And every single food's gonna have a strawberry up top. Because then you're American. Which, hey, you know, like, that's different than we do it. But, hey, you know, like, you can't really appreciate it. I do quite enjoy myself some American foods from now and then. So that's a twin-door fridge. Whatever you want to call it. That thing is huge, yeah. Every single home in America has one. Here, people don't have one. And if you were to have one, it seems so weird, right? So that is, that's just cultural things, right? And that's also the way that people here generally feel. Yo! Few air conditioning. Yo! I knocked him down! That is strange. Right. Disconnect. I beat him. I beat him fair and square. Right, so with these guys, I have to So with these guys, I have to make sure that I wait until they're fully built up and then go to take them down. Does my mana restore, by the way? I don't think my mana restores. I just realized my mana doesn't restore. Okay, so I'm actually going to go back to the save point. I'm not going to use this entirely. And then I'm going to go use that for the boss battle. Because I just realized it doesn't restore. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Where do we find... Where's my save point? Oh, there it is. Right, let me use this real quickly. Different temperatures feel different. Bishop Postma 2024. Yeah, you're learning something every single day here, eh? Oh man, oh man, oh man. Arturia says, reminds me of a funny thing I learned from a sweet Kazan girl when we talked about winters. Her winters are about -20 or -25 that are snow heavy, but the thing that bothers her is the lack of light instead of the cold. Mana restores the safe one. Yeah, I thought it would slowly restore over time, but it doesn't. So that means that I shouldn't waste my mana on these little enemies in between. I should waste it on the big guy. So yeah, that's something I learned just now. Oh shit! Yo, that was wild! Also, it seems like I can go down here. And I'm all the way down here. I don't know where it is this. Did I just go back? Did I just fall all the way back? Oh shit. Right. I think I've just gone back to where I, to the save point. And these guys are way tougher than I expected them to be. Right, yeah, this is not good. This is not good at all. So I am actually going to use some mana on here, because I'm going to have to restore myself anyway. Also, I keep breaking out of bounds. Alright, he's dead. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get back there, rest up again, and I fight this guy again. Man, these guys in the middle, like these snake guys, they're rough. Oh shit, no, I have actually gone back to... I was actually going to right. Yo, that's a shortcut! I just figured out a shortcut! I'm gonna go use that shortcut. But first, I'm gonna have to defeat these guys, and I'm really gonna have to rest up. But yeah, there we go, taking them down. Let me go de-transform right now, and let's go and rest up, because I really, really need that. And then, basically, I think if we drop down there, we should be able to take a shortcut and get through. So, let's find the shortcut, and let's go. Our winters are about -5 or so, but we have way more light. So she wants our winters for the light instead of the warmer temperatures. I can really appreciate that, because even here, I feel like we don't really have that much of light. Right now, you can already notice that our light is going darker quick. So, if you, a couple of weeks ago, it would still be light around, what was it? Around like 10 p.m., 11 p.m., like 10:30. Now, it is, what is it? It is 9 o'clock, and 9 o'clock already, we're having a lot of, whoa! Shit, I gotta make sure I'm locked on. Okay, I got him here. But his effects, man. I don't know what I can do about these effects. They're crazy. Great. We're gonna have to drink something up. This right here goes back to... Oh, shoot, I ran the wrong way again, did I? I didn't have to go that way. I need to go the other way. Okay, so that's the bridge I'm on. Oh, that's some very useful information. This is some very useful information. Also, how long is this status effect still gonna last? Come on, man. The bellows died out years ago. Please let me just... It is still taking away health! This is wild! What is up with this enemy here? These snakes here. Right, and this right here is the forest. Right, so I'm gonna have to go and heal myself all the way up. And then, if I die right now, I'm gonna go and skip this straight away. I'm gonna go jump down. Skip ahead. And then use that skip ahead to... make sure that I have enough help when I fight the big boss there. Right. Maybe I can just rush through here. Right now. And there we go. Oh, that was a bad... Oh, shit. Let's do my transform. Can I do my heavy attack? Heavy attack, please. Come on. Okay, this is going a little bit better right now.
Boys, keep him entertained.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, fight! 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 Fight, you idiot! Fight! And he's dead.
In the very end.
Dang it.
Dim and light.
Oh boy. We have around 12 hours of light in the winter, so there's around 5 or 6 hours of light in the winter. Yeah, the one issue that we kind of have in our winters is that we end up having the light coming around 8 or 9 a.m. and then it happens to go away at around 4 or 5 p.m. So what you end up with is, let's say you work from 9 to 5. Then you wake up, you go to work, you don't see the light. You're at work, you come home, you don't see the light. And that can be kind of depressing for people, especially if you really like to see light. So that is something which I do think, man, oh wow, no, I lost health falling down. I didn't know we had falling damage. All right, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to take that. Let me restore myself up. Now let me just run around straight towards the boss. This is a good training area, though. Whoa! He can still attack me even though he's frozen? Oh, shit! Right, so he has quite the ranged attacks that I have to be wary of. So he is kind of like a snake in that attack pattern. And now I have to use my heavy attacks. Come on! Fight, 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 fight! I feel like maybe he's doing things that affect my mobility. Because sometimes I feel like I can't really put in my attack patterns that I would want to. Drink, 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 drink! Take up health, take up health, take up health. Oh yeah, he has... Man, this guy's ranged! This guy is ranged as fuck! How am I supposed to fight a ranged guy when I have no ranged attacks at all? Oh my god, he's not attacking! He's not attacking! He's not attacking at all! See, sometimes I feel like my mobility is completely hampered. Like I'm trying to push all the buttons, but he's just not doing shit. Oh man. Right, so I think like I'm really gonna have to train up myself in that area with the snakes where I don't even have to use the bypass, I can just rush straight through. Because right now what I'm noticing is that I need a lot more power. I need a lot more health. I need a lot more to be able to defeat him because he's got range on me. He's got his area of attack when I get close to him. So I can't close up and then defeat him because he's ranged. Because he can like use his little like aura thing and get me out. And I think he has little snakes pop up that also eat him. So yeah, stuck in the animation. I think that was the case. So it's gonna be a little training session. A little training montage going up. But hey, you know, the more we train, the better we will be able to fight the old man later on as well. So yeah. Oh boy. No light? I'm moving. Oh man, Atheme, if you don't want any light, then go to Norway. Norway or Sweden. Oh man, they have really dark winters where basically from a certain day forward you will not see light until like months later. Like there is a part of me that would love to go to a more southern place during the winter to just get a feel for like, hey, you know, like have a little bit, feel the warmth a little bit again, feel the what do you call it, feel the light again, which is so weird, but for some reason it does affect me. I do get that feeling. I do kind of like to have some sort of light, but at the same time, like I'm such a picky person when it comes to weather, because right now this is too hot for me. I don't like this heat. Yo, how did he get me there? I thought I'd already moved. Yo, I'm doing really bad here. I have so much to learn here. Because I have to go back now. Yo, this is wild. Alright, what can I put my sparks into that actually make me better at fonts? Let's see, foundation. What do I have here? Massively reduces the stamina cost. Each stamina level model increases the focus gain from perfect dodges. Survival. I think I need to increase my maximum health a bit. It reduces the 4 Bane's effects. I don't know what the Bane effects are. What are the 4 Bane's effects? Increases critical hit chance. I think that I'm going to have to increase these levels a lot. I think that this right here is going to be my focus. I want to increase my survival by as much as I can, all these things, and then we can furthermore increase things later on. But first, just some health more, because I really need my health, and then we're just going to increase them step by step. This is going to be quite a long journey, but this is also why it's quite a long stream, eh? We can't just do this in 2 hours. And on the one hand, you know, I don't mind the farming, because sometimes I have this feeling like, oh man, this farming is going to be, we know this area, we know what this area will be like. But at the same time, it's a perfect farming area. It would be nicer if this heal restore was a little bit closer, like if the heal restore was over here, that would have been a bit nicer. But hey, you know, I'm just a nitpick. But other than that, like the bony snakes, they're really, really nice, closely attached to each other. There we go. All right, let's have him come back. There we go. Let's move out. Let's move out. Let's move up. Oh shit! Like that attack of his, where he just runs in forward like that. That one is rough. That one is really, really rough. But you do just get gold. You get half a chest of gold for fighting him. Yo, that is crazy. Okay, one is almost down. I thought I killed him, but I did not. Or maybe I did. No, I did not. Okay, so their ranged attacks are much better than I expected. Also, one thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to go back to restore myself. I'm just going to go and continue on. Because if I die, we'll just go back to that restore point. And as I go back to that restore point, I'll still keep my mana. There's just literally no cost to dying that makes it worth for me to go back to there. Whoa! I did not expect that. I did not expect that at all. I thought he would have like a little bit more of a tell to that. Okay, come on. Go down. Come on. Come forward. And he's dead. Alright, restore my health again. I wish that bottle would fill up a little bit more. I really like the fact that it would refill right now over time. But that refilling effect can actually be a little bit more tuned up more. Arteria says, what did I miss while calling my doctor for my ears? I just found out that basically I'm going to have to grind this area quite a bit more because this boss is too hard. Way too hard. Arteria says, turned out I need to see the audition for what I wanted instead of the doctor. Then Kana, alright, well, at least you're put to the right track and hopefully that will lead you to the outcome that you want. Hearing, I do think, is quite a important thing, so it would be nice if, if they can help you out with that. I know, like, for me, like, sound and hearing, I remember when I was a little kid, one of the things that they'd always tell you is, like, man, you gotta watch out with loud music, because, like, loud music will really destroy your ears, because, you know, it will destroy the hairs in your ears, and then your ears will die, like you will never be able to hear anything. So, like, I'd always been really afraid for, like, loud sounds. And it says, okay, I need to go, bye. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I really enjoyed you having here on the stream, and I hope you enjoyed the stream as well, and, have a great rest of your day. So, does that sound... Yeah, that sounded like another enemy coming in closer. Go down! Thank you. Right, so I know that there's one more over here. This guy's sitting here as though this is like some sort of special area. But it's not really. This is just one enemy here, and that one enemy is not even all that great. Just a regular enemy there. So, I wonder if that is like, if there is more meaning to that place, or whether they just made that place to look beautiful, and then ultimately they decided to not put anything there. Or maybe something will come there later on. Who knows? Alright, so let's wake this one up. Okay, so you really have to watch out with your dodging around here. Let's see, we have these bigger guys here as well. I don't want to take them all at the same time. So that's kind of what I'm looking at here. It's like how I'm going to be able to fight these guys one by one, basically. First, I want to take out all these little guys, because that will just give me more XP and little chance of dying. Especially if you attack them from behind. I have a much better chance of survival. Or if they attack you from behind. I survived that quite well as well. So we have these two now down. We have another one right here. Wake up, please. Wake up for me. Wake up for me. Wake up for me. Yes, thank you. Dead you are. And now we're gonna have to see. We have one more snake over there. That is sort of alive and walking around. Let's hit him with a heavy attack, and then watch out for his fast attack, which he is definitely going to do. And you have to keep dodging, because if I get hit by his attack, he will do a lot of damage to me. Oh shit, I've lost a lot of stamina. I have to regain that stamina over time. Right. So now I have my stamina back. No! I couldn't dodge that. Shoot. But I do have this one now, I think. I hope. He is dead, but I have another one right on my tail. I have another one right on my tail. I don't know where he is. There he is. Alright. Let's take a little bit of health. Because I still have the status effects, which I can't get rid of. There we go. A little bit more health. Bada bing, bada boom. We have more gold. We're getting so much gold here. It's wow. Right. So, we have one more here. Taking him down. Grinding up. Come on forward. Come on forward. Come on forward. Yes, please. Let's go. Perfect. More will. I don't want to take this thing just yet. First want to defeat these guys here. And then then I'll try and find one of these other guys. Find one of these. Maybe that's like one of those hidden ground enemies, right? And I don't just want to find a hidden ground enemy because they're quite strong. Come on up, come on up, come on up. Yes, thank you. No. This has turned out to be the worst possible situation I could have imagined. I'm gonna have to do a transform real quick, because that will give me a little bit more health to play around with. Come on, lock on, lock on, lock on! Because right now I'm in a really bad situation. I'm fighting multiple enemies at once and my health is super low and I cannot restore it. I thought the restore would set in as I defeated enemies. But it really isn't when I defeat enemies. It is when I come across special green spots, but the green spots that make it special don't really respawn. So that is not a great time. That is not a great time. Arteria says, I was close to death during the 22 years of my life until they fixed it partially with surgery. Wow, that's wild. Downside is that I'm not allowed to have anything in my ears, as I told you earlier. So for earplugs for swimming, I was told that I would need specifically mate ones. So I originally thought I would have to go to the K&O for that, but I was told that's the area of the audition. Oh wow. Well, it is on the one hand just amazing that they have been able to restore your hearing, and it's rough to hear that, you know, you can't have anything in your ears. Hopefully though you'll be able to get something made, because swimming is really, really nice to do. So yeah, I enjoy it and I hope you can enjoy it too. Afim says, do farewell to Lana, and also says, I probably figured a to respond to that. Maybe you are, but the one thing that's nice about YouTube chat or like YouTube streams is that you're more easily able to go back to it. So hey. That is quite good. Right. So what I'm seeing right now is that this is defeating the entire area here. I think that I've killed all the snakes that were around here. But what I'm also seeing is that my health is just super low. I don't know like how I'll be able to overcome that, but I have to overcome that if I want to defeat this boss here. And I feel like once I've overcome this, I will also be able to have a better chance at the old man. Well, yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to have some health remade, because fighting that boss right now doesn't really make sense. Because if I do that, then what will happen is I will just die, but I will gain no experience at all from fighting him. So we're gonna go back up. Maybe there's something along the way that I can fight that I've missed. I don't think so, but hey, you know, if there is, I'll take it. And then we're just gonna go grind this a little bit. Arteria says those earplugs are expensive as hell from what I can see though. Damn. This refers to Tick and the Talk. But it still sounds like TikTok. Oh man. It's crazy to me how TikTok has become a thing. TikTok to me is something that I've never really had much interest in. It's always been weird, sort of. Like, when I saw TikTok come up, like, it just felt to me like, oh man, that's fine. And we all cringed at Fine, because Fine was just weird. So, it was never something that I took all that seriously. I was like, oh man, I really want to watch it. And I was never made content for it because I didn't really feel there was much. I had a great idea for shorts that I really wanted could only explain through shorts. So yeah, that was the way that I never really got into that. But some people are just addicted to it. Yeah, maybe I'm old. Cheapest right now is 175 euros, and that's when action of a 30% reduction. Well, OG-san. I have become an OG-san. OG-san, mecha muskashi ne. Yeah, it's getting very, very, very difficult. I wasn't actually thinking of TikTok. I thought you were referring to that. Whoa! Okay, so we canceled those attacks cancel each other out, which is wild because I thought I would have him, but I think he also thought he would have me. Whoa! How, like, I don't get how he can attack me with that speed attack. Because I don't know where I'm moving up to the moment I dodge right there, but he still gets me. Like, that is wild. Also, I got another advancement again. Please, I need some advancement here. So we're just gonna go and put this all in here. I think that critical hit chance will be nice. The 4 Banes effect. I don't know what the 4 Banes effect is, but I think it might be this, what I'm experiencing right now. So I'll put that on there very, very much. And I'll try to take these guys down as best as I can and grow from there. There we go. Slowly building up. Oh, that's referring to the old man. Oh, I thought you were calling me old man. You were like, oh, old man. It's getting very difficult. But you were talking about how the old man that we're gonna fight is very difficult. I mean, like both. Both. I think both would fit. So based on the context, right? Like, what are the contexts that you're that I assumed you were talking about it? Oh man, that status effect is wild, by the way. Like, this status effect that this guy can put on with that quick attack, that is very, very deadly. It's kind of like a poison. Oh wow. He's gone out of bounds there. Whoa, is that an area you can get into? I've not seen that area before. Alright, shit. Come on, man! I'm fighting! I'm fighting you! There we go, got him down. Right, I've not been here before, I think. What is this? Oh, wait. That's that. So I can actually avoid that place. Oh, there's a lot of... Whoa. I can basically just go here. And then through here. I can go here. And then I have a shortcut to this place. And this place is... Oh, no. This place is there. But that place... Okay, so I do it... Like, there are shortcuts here. Which is pretty cool. How did he hit me? I was in the air. I was hitting him. Fight. Jump. 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 Go. 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 Come on. I avoided that. So it seems like the key to avoiding that slash attack is to either be very close by, that he cannot attack you the moment that he starts to do that, that's almost just now, or to be very far away that you can kind of see it coming. Because I got off of that quite well right now. Let's see. If you're not up to date with your most recent TikToks, you're an old man nowadays. Well, this is the thing that I'm feeling. I feel like TikTok will not be up for a long time, for like a lot longer. I think that there's going to be something new. Maybe there already is something new. Who knows? Because the only thing that I have actually found how TikTok may be TikTok may be comparable to is like, remember like how we used to look at memes? Like you go to meme sites, you just kind of like scroll for memes back in the day, or like you can still do that right now, but like years ago that was a big thing, just like go on a meme site just scrolling for that. I feel TikTok is a lot more akin to that, where it's like you're scrolling for memes, and that's where I can really appreciate the cultural impact of it. That people. There's TikToks that get a lot of views, which people really appreciate. Whoa! I dodged, and it still hit me. All right, I think you fell down here. You fell down somewhere here. Yeah, there he is. Man, this is wild. Come on. Fight. Take him out. And then we have to go back again. I am way too close to dying. Especially with that status effect, man. Vim says, Jin says the other day, I remind him of the person who says joking, and then everyone laughs, and you can't be sure if I'm really joking. But fear not, I'm joking. I don't really see you in that way. Unless, haha, joking. Well, it's better to have someone say, be like, I'm joking, but you don't really know if they're joking because, you know, like the way that they deliver things, like, you don't necessarily know. It's better to have that way than have someone be completely serious when they say something, and then when everyone is just kind of like, they'd be like, oh, man, I'm joking, you know, like, at least it might be that in that case, like in the first case where you say you're joking, but it feels a bit strange because your tastes are different than what we'd expect, right? At least you're being a little bit sincere about it. Whereas when it comes to people that just say joking depending on how the reaction of the crowd goes, like, man, that is very disingenuous, let's put it that way. Got it! Got it! I avoided that properly. I avoided that nice and proper. So that one I did not avoid nice and proper. Alright. He dodged away. He's coming closer, maybe. I'm preparing my attack. Maybe I can hit him? Nope, I can't. But that's also because he's kind of stuck there. I don't want to give him too much headway to come loose. That's a good vantage point to attack. Because he cannot come closer there. We'll just use this little bug right here, and we'll just defeat him like this. There we go. Boom. Perfect. Afim says, the evident repetitive social interaction between humans do not interest me, especially on such a stale slate. Nothing is really surprising or useful, and if it is, I might find it regardless. So social interactions between humans don't interest you. Interesting. To me, they do interest me quite a bit because they're quite literally, I feel, some of the most unique things in the world, even though I don't necessarily live by it because I'm not the most social person. A lot of my time does go into my work, and because of that, I'm not the most social person around. Yo, I did not see that coming. But it is like, if you go over history, one of the things that you find is that the world has been mostly the same in terms of when the sun comes up, the way the trees look, the way the world looks. A lot of the world has always been very, very similar. But the people within them, they may be similar in the way that they act, or there may be repeatable patterns that people put out. But at the end of the day, the people that you encounter are quite unique in the way that the chances that you would have ever encountered them in the entirety of existence are quite small. And everyone has their own story, and their story is so much more in-depth than you can imagine, because to them, they're the main character of their lives. Main characters, as we know from stories, have a lot of backstory, and they have a lot of very interesting ways about them. I've never really met someone who doesn't have something going on, some sort of quest or some sort of interesting situation going on, that isn't gripping and complex enough, or like, that isn't like gripping and complex to the point that it's very, very fascinating. Like, everyone's trying to do something. Everyone's always trying to do something that's quite curious. And what it's trying to do something is like trying to find your path in life, where there is no real easy answer into it. Like what is the correct way to build up your life, to what to study, what to put your time into, or to trying to solve a problem in this world. Like, that is really, really interesting. And the way that you learn about that is through social interactions. Not just through having deep conversations, because honestly, one of the things that I've fallen a trap into is like the moment I express this to people, and I find people who also say that they appreciate that part of life, what we end up doing quite a bit is just talking a whole bunch of times in very deep conversations, very abstract stuff, where it's like, oh, what about this? What about if that were to happen? What about if this were to be, you know? And the thing with these conversations is that you can learn a lot from going through very extreme hypotheticals, questioning things about life, and trying to make the strongest case against the things that you believe in. They can be very, very good, but at the same time, that's not all life is. Life isn't all about trying to figure out the biggest problems or trying to figure out every single thing. It's also about like going through the motions with each other and then learning through your experience in that. And that is something that I've really come to appreciate as well, especially over the last year and a half, where it's like deep conversations can be really, really good. I feel a lot of people don't have enough conversations with each other where they talk about the things that need to be talked about. A lot of times the small talk and the casual engagement with each other are used to mask the problems that lay dormant beneath them. I am talking specifically about people who, like, throughout our time interacting with each other, one thing that I've discovered is that the perception and interpretation of things are so weird things. Like, I'm trying to put out an intention. Actually, let me put it this way. The difference between the encoding patterns that we have to work with between each other are so rough. And what do I mean with encoding patterns are being rough? Well, if I try to do something, I try to do something with an intention. And what I want to do with that intention is bring you across, bring this intention across, bring this message across on what I'm trying to say. One of the things that I think that is the most clearest in is let's say that I am telling, like, how do I put this? Let's say that I would be in a situation where I would be asking someone for money because I really, really need it. Or let's say that I would be telling someone, actually, or this would be a better case. Let's say that I would be building up a thing right here. Let's say I'm like, right now I'm working on an event for Twitch. This event, I hope, will be a great situation for both Twitch, for the creators, for people to watch, and for me to enjoy as well. I think it will also be great for the games that we're going to cover. I think it will be a great solution all around that will benefit all parties. The reason why I think that is because we've done this sort of event a couple of times in the past with one single game, and it's been very, very successful for most parties involved. Pretty much all the parties involved. However, I've not done that in years. And now I'm going to have to convince people that, hey, you know, I have this idea, I have this thing which I believe works, but this thing only really works if I have everyone on board, if I have the help from people, because I can't do it alone. So I'm going to have to convince people that what I'm doing is... Oh, I don't want to fight that guy at the same time. That what I'm doing does not come from a place where I'm trying to better myself at the expense of others. That what I'm doing does not come from a place of malintent. So I'm trying to put forward my case where I'm like, hey, this right here is why you can trust me. This right here is why what I'm telling is not just, oh man, this is what it might be. This is the truth. This is really the way I see it. I'm being truthful here. I know my limitations. I know the good parts about it. I'm not trying to pull a bag over your head, trying to tell you, oh, it's going to be better than this, because this is what I think it will be. But for me to put those intentions across, if I'm trying to tell you, it's like, listen, it's going to be really, really great, because we're going to see growth, we're going to see people have a good time, we're going to see, like, epic content. Those are also things that people use to convince people about something that really won't happen. So, because of that, like, my intentions of trying to come across as genuine, like telling you, like, hey, I really believe in this, it's really tough, because the words that I'm using, the encoding language that I'm using to tell you that, is something that a lot of people also use to just advertise to you. And we know these advertisements, they're not all that genuine, because they're trying to manipulate us. So, because of that, you have a rough time trying to encode whatever it is you're trying to say. And then what you also have is you also have a rough time trying to interpret what other people are saying. Because what people are saying, they're saying things in their encoded language. And their encoded language is, like, rivaled like, their encoded language is full of assumptions that they have built up over the years about things that worked in their culture, in their family that they grew up in. Is like, if you speak to someone, for me, I'm Dutch. So like here in Holland, or in the Netherlands, as Arturo likes me to say, here it's very, very common for you to be very direct. If I have a problem with you, I don't care what position you're in, I'm going to tell you what I feel. It's like, this is the way I feel, this is how we might fix it, done, right? But in other cultures, that is so not done. It feels rude. It is like, how shall I put it? I can't really understand it that well, but it's something that feels like you're stepping out of line. And that is something where the way that I'm phrasing something doesn't necessarily come down to, you know, I'm meaning to be rude, but because that is the decoding patterns that you've learned, and I've like had my encoding patterns that I've learned differently, we will misunderstand each other. And that's something that is wild. And that's why through a lot of conversations, through a lot of interactions, what you find is that over time, these little things where we encode things differently than the other will decode them, these little misunderstandings can happen. They can and will happen. And you've seen them happen. People have seen them happen over and over through these building up. Oh my god, I died to the status effects. Through these things happening, what you find is that these misunderstandings can occur. And you've seen them between people, where you see people act hostile to each other because they have grown further and further apart over these bigger misunderstandings. And then because of that, what you end up in is a situation where both people have the best of intentions towards each other, but because of the big misunderstandings, because of those things that build up over time, where they kept on doing the casual conversations, the casual interactions, and never sat down and talked about the deeper means, like, hey, you know, I've felt this for a long time. Because of that, that's never resolved, and they can never fix it. And that's where you end up with a situation where you have like a parent and child who've grown apart and they never speak to each other, even though they mean the best for each other. And that is rough. But at the same time, only having deep conversations about that will never solve it, because at the end of the day, you also need to live. So yeah. Let me catch up with chat, because Afima's wrote quite a bit. Afim says, feel free to be disingenuous with me. I don't think I'm all that disingenuous, but then again, I will also not say that I'm the most genuine out here. Like, one thing that I'll put forth is that I will never be truly on stream myself. Like, I will always play me, right? I always play me as a character, right? So there will be things that I'll play up for the camera. There will be things that I will be more extreme in. But at the same time, one thing that you do notice is, like, when I'm streaming for hours. So there is also a balance between, I can't always put in a character, especially in moments like these, right? So, why did I not, how did I get hit by that? Seriously, I dodged that way ahead of time. Like, these guys are way too annoying. Also, did I get a level up at some point? Yes, I did. I thought I did. Right, I'm just gonna build these up slowly but surely. Let's see. Afim also says, oh, that was to a reference of keeping up with the states of the interaction on the social platform. I don't know, the things you've done to me for your tests and knowledge acquisition some might find questionable, and I say it's an expense of me, but mayhaps I don't mind. Mayhaps I'm gaining knowledge at the expense of you in the opposite way. Maybe I enjoy it even. But what am I to know what I truly like or not? If it's all seems to change, where lies that truthful unbending nature? Well, a great example is actually cats. People think cats avoid people. Cats looking away are rude. But in truth, cats do this out of what some might infer as respect. Ultimately, none of these factors are true. Or mayhaps I'm being misled by misinterpreting social cues. Or do I? Well, this is the thing where it's like, whoa, that status effect is wild, man. That status effect just kills you. Like, look at how much health I've needed to take to recover from that status effect. I'm gonna have to level up so much, dude. This is such a rough area. This is such a rough area. On the one hand, I really enjoy that you have a better leveling system here. Like, you have a lot more enemies that you can fight in the closed range area to grow. But at the same time, man, this is tough. Especially these guys. These guys are crazy wild. Because if you get hit by them, like, you cannot defeat a boss. The moment you get hit by this guy, it's over for doing your boss attempt. There we go, taking him down. And let's continue on. Oh man, oh man, oh man. This is a really interesting game to stream, because on the one hand, what I find is that I do have the high moments where, man, defeating that boss in one go to start the stream, that was wild. I never expected that. On the other hand, like this stuff right here, where I'm going through the same place over and over again to rank up until I finally have the power to defeat these guys in kind of one go, where I can then defeat the boss. Like, that's very repetitive. And I do really enjoy that right now. I do have the time to just sit and chat about whatever. But, yeah, it's an interesting streamable game. It's not something that I can do in 2-hour streams over and over again. It's like, oh yeah, we're just going to do 2 hours here, and 2 hours there, and then slowly but surely work our way through, which is what I did with the Half-Life series. No, this is really very much so a grindy game. But because of that, I do think that this makes for a great game that you can just turn on and like listen to a podcast to and have the YouTube videos playing. You can just have this on in the background and just slowly but surely grind your way through. Which is also very nice. Because sometimes you just feel like you want something like that. Or at least I feel like I want something like that. I just want to have something playing, something in the background, something to enjoy myself, and then just like a little bit of a game to keep me busy. Alright, I've gotten one of these snakes to attack me again. Alright, I wasn't locked on, which is bad. I feel like I have two. No way I have two. Bro, that's not fair. This is not fair, man! I do not deserve to fight two at the same time. Fight! Fight, you idiot! Come on. There we go. Take him down, don't die. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Well, at least I've taken down the snakes here. I don't have any status effects. Afim says, well, you did play Warframe. Yeah, I did play one of the most grindy games of all time, so holy shit. I'll probably come back to that tomorrow, actually. Because I do want to continue on the open world, in the open world of Deimos. So the heart of Deimos, because basically the heart of Deimos has a heart that's also on Deimos. It's another open world. I mean, I do just want to grind a little bit of standing there, just to get a feel for the game again, as I'm working on a larger project for the game. And then once that's complete, we'll play for the newer quests, and then from then on we'll move through. Because one of the things that I've done is over the last couple of days, I've tried to see how Warframe functions on my PC, because I had some crashes and stuff. Before that, I played a little bit of the sorties, I played a little bit of the Deimos, because I never finished the Deimos open world, nor did I finish the Ceremon-ship open world. And one thing I remember is that it was like always so rough to rank up for these worlds. Though right now I'm feeling more and more that I'm actually... It will be quite alright. Because you have... Because you can actually, in 2 days, get a rank up. So yeah. Theme says, I find it's rather relaxing. I personally find it as well. Back in the day, people used to taste their necks. It's very clever. What? Taste people's necks? What are you on about? How is tasting people's necks very clever? Or snake's necks? Are we talking about that? I've never eaten snake. I can't say that I have. Don't know if that's something that I'm necessarily too interested in. I'm not necessarily a very wide eater. Let me put it that way. I don't know if you've ever seen Top Gear, but if you've ever seen Top Gear, you have Hammond, Clarkson, and May. And when they go out to foreign places, I'm more of a Hammond type, where Clarkson and May will just be eating all the bugs and weird, like, bull testicles and that sort of stuff, and Hammond would just be like, yeah, I'll have some bread. For me, I'm not that eager to very quickly try out something new that is too different from what I know. However, if I'm eased into it, I will be able to appreciate it. So there's a lot of like Eastern cuisine that I really enjoy, but I do have to be eased into it. You can't just give me like bugs and be like, go eat them. So yeah. Considering the problems with the void, why not stop that hard? The heart of Deus, man. I like one of the things that I do want to do is I do want to go back to relearn, like just go over the lore a little bit, be like, hey, what's actually told? Because I just don't really know all that much of that happened with that Heart of Deimos stuff. It's such a wild, weird thing. Also, this right here will be nothing. Damn it. I was hoping that would be something. Right, I've beaten all of these. Let's just give this a shot, because why not? I've got nothing to lose. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright, so far we're doing not too bad. So, that status effect, man. I have no health to recover with, so I am pretty much gonna die here. And I'm dead. Yeah, I didn't really think I had a chance here. I got a little bit further than I expected, but this guy's like, this is what I mean. Range in this game is so good. If you have some sort of ranged attack, that is wild. Also, I feel like the game sound is quite loud. I'm so sorry about that. One thing that I've done is like, what I've noticed is like, if I go back to my, like I do watch my streams back, obviously to make clips, but also just get a feel for what's going. And I do feel like I naturally have the tendency to increase my game sound and my music sound a little bit greater than my voice sound. I think that's because I do like to, like, it's good for me to listen to. I like to hear what I'm playing. And it's hard for me to judge my voice sounds because, like, I'm hearing my voice in my headphones, but at the same time I'm also hearing myself speak. So I can't really tell how much of this comes from my headphones and how much comes from me just, you know, hearing my own voice in my head. So yeah. That is something that I don't know all that much about, but like, yeah, I'm slowly trying to figure out, get a little bit better of an experience for you guys. And whoa, I dodged that for you guys in stream, because right now this feels a little bit too quiet for me in game sounds. But I think that if you're listening on the stream right now, it's probably better balanced in terms of gameplay sounds and the microphone. Let me know. Can I reach him through here? No, I cannot. But I can do one of these, and I can take him down. Yes, please. There we go. Turn that up a little bit more. Perfect. Time to rank up with these guys here. 3 and a 2 and a 1. Once this guy comes out, I'll take him down. No! That is such a waste. That is such a waste of an attack. That was a perfectly fine attack. And now we got all of them. Perfection. Right, it seems like every single run is about one level to rank up, so I think I'm going to have to do this quite a bit. Now, he always notices me quite fast. But that was a good attack to get started with. And I'm going to get lost right here. He just done his attack. I think if I do these like low attacks to break my fall, I will not get falling damage, and then I should be able to take him down right there, and boom. Alright, on my way to level 24. I think that just generally buffing myself will be a good way to move forward. Though then again, I don't know how many points I'm going to get. I don't know how many points I'm going to get and whether I can fully spec up my tech tree. I really hope that I will be able to do that over the time throughout this game. But I just don't know. I just don't know. We're going to find out. Well, let me go and take a little bit of a drink here. Let's keep going. At first, when I came here, I was kind of worried about, man, you know, these guys are all going to respawn. This is going to be so annoying because I can use all my abilities to fight. I can use all my abilities to take these guys down, and I can rest up and I can go fight the real boss. But that's not really the way I can do this because these guys respawn every single time that I rest up. However, now I really do appreciate it because it now allows me to keep on training, keep on practicing. And that is something that I do start to value more about this game. It's like, there is a reason behind why this is set up that way. And I really wonder when I can start using all the stuff that I'm farming as well. Because I'm farming a whole bunch of gold stuff, I'm farming a whole bunch of materials. I wonder if that at a certain point in time will become very, very useful. Because I've now farmed a lot. Now that's something that I do like to do on these kinds of games. Like, one of the things I really enjoy is to do a bunch of side quests, do a bunch of farming, do a bunch of leveling up, such that you're a little bit more overpowered than people expect you to be. Because that will just make the game easier. It will give you that vibe of like, oh man, I'm slaying, I'm good. Even though that's just because you put in the work that the game wasn't expecting you to. Something that we do with Pokemon. Like with Pokemon, I would go and level myself up. I would just keep on grinding to the point where I'd expected the game would not expect me to grind anymore. And just make sure that I could get there. And then I would go to the gym and just defeat it. And then just like breeze through the rest of it. Okay, so this is really the benefit of locking on that I'm not experiencing right now. Sometimes I'm missing my attacks because I fail to lock on. But then again, sometimes with locking on, it feels like I'm too... It feels a bit restrictive. Maybe that's because I like Warframe so much. I grew up with that playstyle. And there you don't have a lock on. And because of that, you have the freedom of movement. And that's also why when we played the Plains of the Fury, I just didn't really like that playstyle because it was so restrictive compared to the rest of the game. Because if you don't know, Warframe is basically this free-to-play game. What kind of a looter shooter where you are some sort of like overpowered being that just goes and slays a whole bunch of armies the entire time. It's a pretty like fun visual game. It's a nice like time waster sort of thing. Like if you want to do something where your time that feels moderately useful and you just want to have some fun with a game where you just can roll around, feel fun. It's good. And one of the things that they did was a quest where you could become a person, and then with that person you could fight, kind of like this style. But they didn't really explain that that style was very much different than the rest of the game. So yeah, it would feel quite strange to all of a sudden be fighting a way differently than what we do right here. Right, so come on. There we go. So one thing I'm noticing already right now is that I should watch out to not get in trouble here. Let me push my attacks first on him. That, shoot, that hurt me. That hurt me real bad in the end. Stop it! See, this is where this is what I mean. The lock on is annoying. I hate the lock on. But I also hate not being locked on when I want my attack to connect. Wow! How did he find me? I dodged that! Oh, that attack. Sometimes I can dodge it, sometimes I just can't. Like, I dodge it and then he still goes after me. Anyway, taking these guys down, and still that status effect is on me! I can't get rid of it! I cannot get rid of it. This is so annoying. I'm trying to roll around with it, but it just doesn't do anything. So there we go. Oh, that is a nice combination, dude. What the fuck? How did I do that? And he's down. Alright, so the status effect still lingers, though. Ugh. Great. Still gotta level up more. Down he goes. Anything else here? I have no health at all. Maybe I'll just go fight the boss again and see if we can learn more. This is one thing that's kind of annoying, that you don't have the... What's it called? You do not have the save point here or something, or your health restores. Like, I thought we would get health restores. That would have been so cool. But we don't get that. We don't get any health restores. Okay, come on. Slash through him. Slash through him. Slash through him again. Keep on slashing through him. Oh no! Oh, I did not get a hit. Okay, good, 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 good. Oh shit, his evasion is rough too. Like, his evasion is crazy. Also, these snakes right here. Don't lock on! Don't lock on! I want to attack the snakes, please! For the love of God, I want to attack the snakes! This is the problem with locking on. It's like you see an enemy, you want to fight that, and then it's like, oh no, it's locked onto the other enemy. Oh, for frick's sake. I just have to get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. Oh man, okay, so the grind right here is a little bit rough. I have to say the grind at this point in time is a bit rough. I don't get the feeling like I'm getting anywhere closer at this, like right here. I don't feel like I'm getting closer where I need to be. Like, is there anything here on this shrine that could help me? Is there anything here where I could, like this right here is just the spells, but can I craft new armor, for instance? This right here, the Pilgrim's Headband, I already have that, so I can't craft that anymore. What else do I have? This already have, this already have. There's nothing new in the market. Is there anything to store that I can buy? No, this right here is just items. Doesn't help me one bit either. So I really just have to keep on grinding and keep on grinding. Like, that's a rough grind, man. Right, I don't know if this is... I don't know, like, how, like what the right play here is. Because I can keep on doing this on stream right now. Because that's kind of like the game, right? This is how the game plays. But at the same time, I don't feel like I'm getting much closer to beating him. Because the status effects are just wild. And I'm not feeling like I'm getting much of a resistance to it. And even though, like, this is leveling me up quicker than the other game was. Or than the other area was. I just don't know. No! Bloody status effect, man. Stop with your bloody status. Like, this is so unfair. I don't feel like I'm getting any much of a resistance towards it. And I can't find, if I go to my self-advance right here, my staff's like, I just need to find a foundation here. And then this right here is just... Initiate heavy attack. Moving forward while you staff spinning, so this is basically the martial arts. What do we have here? Initiate a heavy attack during a mobile spin to quickly engage and stagger the enemy. Increases focus gained from blocking projectiles with staff spin. This right here is grants more focus when the second move of light combo attack hits the enemy. So maybe I should also put something like... I kind of want to put more in here, but at the same time, I also want to increase that because I really suffer with this. Yeah, let me just go and start with this here and start building up through here and then see where we go. Just see where we go. Yo, a thing coming in with a super chat. That is wild. In this courtroom, I shall place the center of everything, for which we can determine the symmetry of the rules, reveal the invariables undetected by the judicial norms puppeted and pantomimed as our unwise jury. And do farewell until the future, and don't forget to taste your necks. Oh no, you gotta go. Well, thank you so much for that super chat. That is wild. Wait, I can like that? Hold on. YouTube has I can like the super chat, and I can also like the chat. YouTube has some strange features when it comes to its streams, but yeah, no, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And yeah, let us continue to grind and see how far we can get. Like, one thing that I feel when it comes to going through the motions in this game is that there are upgrades which definitely do have effect, and at the same time, I don't know how good their effect is. Is that when I see all these stances here, it's like a lot of them are like, okay, so if you do this in your heavy attack, or if you do this in your light attack, you'll get a little bit more of this, or you get a little bit more of that. But I'm not that good at reading all that much. It's like, if you tell me, it's like, for instance, I don't know what this effect is called. I call it a status effect because it seems like to be like a status effect. But it doesn't tell me like how long this lasts. I don't know what kind of abilities I can use or I can spec up to be more resistant to it or to negate it. I also don't know when it comes to like increasing my attack. It kind of says, you know, if you if you do this, you'll get more on various attacks, various light attacks, or this stands on here. But I don't know, like, how do I do stances? I don't know. I know that I have right here, I have, like, this right here is my defensive thing, which you use when you have ranged attacks. Maybe I should use this against the boss. Okay, maybe I can use this defense against the boss, because I never used that, because the only ranged enemy that I ever found was the ranged enemy that the bow and arrow guy on the bridge just a moment ago, like in the like at the old man's place, not the helpful old man, like the battle old man. But yeah, no, it's that gave me something to think about. But yeah, it's like I really like working with numbers. Like if I have a stat tree where it's like, hey, you know, these are the numbers that you get in this has plus so much attack, plus so much defense, plus so much regeneration. That really works in my mind. Where it's okay, so this is how much I need. This is how much like that does, and you can clearly have an idea of how much you're improving and which ones are better than the other one. But here, it's a bit more abstract, and I'm kind of struggling with it personally. Which you know, that's just I'm not cracking down the game by the way, for that. It's just like that's something that I struggle with. That said, though, I do still like how quickly we're going for the levels. It doesn't really seem like leveling up drastically decreases the amount of XP that you're getting relationally. Like, I've had... For instance, if you look at Pokemon, the moment you get out into... Like, you reach the level of the Pokemons that you're fighting, at that point in time, it kind of stops being effective as a leveler, and they also have some sort of systems in place where if you become too powerful, your Pokemon will stop listening to you because they don't want you to be grinding all day on level 10 enemies. However, here it seems like how much increase we're getting is still kind of proportionate. Like, it still feels effective to me for me to grind this area, even though I've done it several times over. And I don't necessarily know what level I'm supposed to be here yet, because I did feel that the last boss, the one that we fought at the start of the stream, I really felt that one was pretty easy for me, in the sense of I felt like I was a bit more overpowered than the game expected me to, probably. But here, I feel like I'm way too underpowered. So I don't necessarily know what the big difference here is. If this is basically an area they really expected to grind, which probably is, looking at the way that this is set up. This is such a grindy area. But yeah. Here we go. I will appreciate a grind very much. Taking down all these enemies that we have here one by one. And there we go. Please come forward. Please come forward. Wake up. I need you to die for me again. Okay, so we have these snakes right there. They haven't noticed me yet. Nope. So then let's see if there's any more of these dead ones that we can take out. Because I don't want to be fighting multiple at the same time. Because that becomes quite rough. If you have to fight multiple of these ones at the same time, it's not a good time. Taking this one down. Right, one thing that I can do right now is fight this one here, bring him further here so we don't have much more interference. Yo! Yo! What the fuck, man? What the fuck? I was dodging! I pressed the dodge button. Dodging means that I don't get the attack, okay? You all know what that means. Alright, recover my stamina, please. Oh, I thought I had him. And now he's down. 175. Take a little bit of health back. Right, we have one of the snakes down. There's another one walking around here somewhere. Okay, welcome to this guy. I've kind of lost my sense of direction. And these woods I kind of tend to do sometimes. But we should slowly... I think these are the last couple of dead ones, and we have that one over there. And now we should have another level down. Walk, please. Walk onto it. Heavy attack on him? Yes, thank you. And then I think that we now have a combo there. Yes. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, I finally feel like I'm growing a little bit. Like, that was the best one of these snakes that I fought in a long time. That was the best one in a long time. Now, I don't think there's anything left for me here to fight. So what I feel like I'm going to do, I'm just going to, like, get all my health. We're going to go try the boss again, learn a little bit from him, and then move through. I'm going to try to do the defense thing here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Do it! Do it! Do it! There we go. Get the defense, get the thing going. The transformation. Once we get the focus on the transformation, please. Get the focus on the transformation, please. Get the focus on the transformation. Focus on the transformation so we can do the heavy attack, because your heavy attack is really good. Heavy attack, please. There we go. Heavy attack again. No! Oh, boy. Yo, what the fuck was that? That just came out of nowhere, and he doesn't want to attack. He does not want to attack anymore. I'm gonna die. Yo! He just went with a wild attack. I was attacked from all sides. I really need to get way stronger. And I don't know whether it is whether I need to push up my health more, where I can tank all that damage, or whether I need to push the attack more, where I can kill him before he does that basically unbeatable attack. Oh boy. So I've kind of come at crossroads here, because what I feel right now is, as it stands at this point in time, I'm not anywhere close to getting towards a good point where I can beat him. I don't see me beating him in the next couple of hours. I feel like it's going to take me a little bit to get used to grind up. I think I need to be at least level 30 to get there. And then once I'm there, I should probably be able to sort of take him on. So what I'm thinking right now is that I could sit with you through 2 more hours of me just grinding the same bit over and over again. But you've seen me grind that same bit over and over again. And even though we have quite a bit of experience of grinding things in Warframe, because we've done that quite a bit, one of the things that I do feel with Warframe is that sometimes it's a little bit different. You know, you do some different missions. Here it's going to be the same area over and over again. So what I'm thinking about right now is that I will probably go and, you know, do this a little bit off stream. I'll probably, like, try and grind up to level 30 before I bring you back some more Black Myth Wukong. Because tomorrow we'll be doing Warframe, and then later on we'll be doing, I think, Age of Empires 2 or some Apex Legends, because I do want to return to that as well. But I think that that will probably be the best course of action going forward, because right now it's just going to be the same stuff over and over again. And I think I just need to get stronger. I'm not strong enough just yet to fight him. I really need to get more health. I need to get more power. And I think that that is what we need to do. So, yeah, I'm sorry that we're not be able to get much further here, even though we did beat one boss, which I'm quite happy with. But, yeah, I think that that is the best way to go forward. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I surely did. It was a fun Black Myth Wukong game. I still really enjoy this game. It's very different from many games that I've played. It's more grindy than I thought it would be. But I think that also gives more magic to it. So yeah, there will be a video out soon about Black Myth Wukong, where I just go for like the first couple of hours with my impressions of it, if people want to figure out what it is and what it's about. And then with that, I will say I will see you all next time. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.